All right, I think we're good.
Cool, let's do this.
All right, I'm gonna tell them they can start playing then. Oh, restart the model. That's fine.
What is going on?
Apparently the gunners got really big for some reason.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. It happens. It's a TTS bug.
Yeah. I think it's what happens when you combine it with another set of cards that you can stack,
Yep, yep,
and it switches the size of the cards to be consistent.
yep.
All right. So, Af, what do you think is the best
Are you,
option here with
so we're
depleting
going
Arsenal?
interview style. I was going to do my little intro to hype the people up. So,
Okay, go
hello
ahead.
everyone. Welcome to the community takeover tournament just before the actual release of Gun and Gun Overeat and Gun and Gun Rulebook. Here I am with Fern. Also, we are on his Twitch channel, so you should know him by now. Fern, first champion of the Lying Wing tournaments for Gun and Gun, and me, Afrite, or most people call me Af. Uh, just theory crafter, enjoys the game, especially Gun and Gun, and did a lot for it. So, Fern, I'm gonna give you a question first before
All right.
you give me question.
Sure.
So, can you explain to the people who are not familiar with the format we're gonna play for the tournament? Uh, what is the depleting arsenal?
All right. Yeah. So much like a game of gun and gun, you'll be two-core gun and gun. You'll be picking your cards and one at a time and seeing what your opponent has, and then playing a game of gun and gun after that. But the catch here is that there's going to be a ban phase intermittent in the pick phases, where you can prevent opponent's gunners from picking a gun, and sometimes even gunners. And every time you play a gun or a gun, you can't play them anymore for the rest of the match.
So it's gonna involve a lot of strategies from both players.
Yeah, so the idea is to make uh, tournament style matches a little bit more diverse. Because one of the complaints we saw a lot with Operation Bulletstorm was that everyone was playing Notori, or specifically, I was only playing Notori with Kasane, and a lot of the
I
builds
wonder
looked very
why.
similar.
Yes, for those who didn't saw the video on the Lying Wing channel, um, also at first we had a limited amount of possibilities also. So
Yeah.
the options were pretty much all the same, like Fern just explained. But yes, Natori was a literally took the tournament by storm, pun intended. Um, and yeah, she was just a complete monster on the tournament, and yeah, it was just not pleasant for certain matchups. Overall, games were also lasting long because of the notorious matchup of Notori with the Kasane and the Datara. So that matchup was first of all the one with the most win rate, and also sorry about that. It was also in mirror match was one of the toughest to play because you were actually you were gonna have to play literally 4D chess in that match because both players know what they have and both players know the win con of each other. And the thing is that both decks, the mirror match is really weird in that sense. But again, um, Fern just think of like he explained, think of a format that you can have more of a decisive strategy against your opponent, so like that you can maybe have the advantage. and it
Yeah,
looks like the
we got double Amada, double Dotame.
that's gonna be really interesting. Wasn't I'm quite surprised to see Amada being play on the first run.
Oh, okay, we do actually have someone going first instead of a coin flip, due to
Yes.
the Enra pick over the Tatara.
Yep. For those who don't know, for gun and gun, both guns have weight, and if both players have the same gunner, so both players have Amada, the who decide first, let's say, decision are going to be decided by the weight of the weapons. So Mr. Iro with the Dorome and the Datara as a 4 value and a 7 value, so 11, and the Enra and Dorome as a value of 7. So the player with the lowest weight uh, total is going first. So it looks like it's pretty intense right off the bat.
Yeah, Enra's pretty aggressive. So we just saw a double bullet and then a 5 hit with Enra into pass because Amada unfortunately has a really weak turn one.
Indeed, but she does have a lot of draw power and a lot of setup along the way.
Yep.
So I interrupted you at the start, but can you repeat the question for the people now?
Right. I was going to ask you what your character pick would have been for the first match in a depleting arsenal round.
I would have probably go with something that can guarantee me at least some sort of comfort zone. So like that, I'm not gonna have too much stress and decision to pick afterward. So if we look at the log of the chat, there first of all, the first game has no, uh, there's no gunner ban, so it's only gun ban. So they ban Enra and they ban Nue. So for me, in that case, I would have go with um, a setup with Ibana, with Dorome and Suitsuki. It's on the video coming up on the Lying Wing channel. I explained that setup as one of my favorite from with the overeat setup is one of my favorite because it is just explosive. It does cover a lot of weaknesses from gunners with low hand size like um, Ibana, who has an end size of 3, and with some cards in there, you change the end size to have a better advantage.
Yeah, and you go for Senko Anabi there, right?
Yes, Senko Anabi,
Yeah,
for those who
for the
don't know,
big one
is,
shot.
yeah,
All right, we're
big
seeing a
one shot.
chaff grenade.
Ooh, interesting. Chaff grenade to reduce already the voltage to be sure that Amara doesn't do her little trick up her sleeve.
Yeah, so normally I don't like chaff grenade into someone already having voltage, but against Amada, who has arguably some of the best like
Yep,
skill
yep.
use.
She is a well balanced character, that's for sure, and she has a low cost a repeatable skill that can be really dangerous along the line.
hmm We got
So
a
we see
paralysis shot,
paralysis shot. Nice.
followed
It's a
by a
good
7 from Dorame.
it's a
Yep.
good call. Paralysis shot against Dorome and Datara. Well, both setup right now use a lot of action, so it is a
Yeah.
really good call from Eero to just use the paralysis shot early on to get the advantage. And again, I think the game's gonna go to Eero on this one because it's 28 to 18.
Hero is
But
definitely pulling up an early lead.
but again, like we know in Gun and Gun, tables might turn really quickly. All
Yep.
depends on what not on Eros, sorry, it's Sword. Sorry, Sword at 28 and Eero at 11, but it all gonna depends on what Eero has in hand. Really interesting start again. A lot of aggressiveness, just making sure that you have that one win to get in the comfort zone
Yep.
and put pressure, mental pressure on your opponent.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna talk about something you said with the
Yeah, sure.
there's no gunner ban.
There
So
is no gunner ban. After that, it's gonna get pretty wild. So
yeah,
players might decide to ban Amara right off the bat, or they might decide to ban a bigger threat along the line, like again Notori, which is arguably one of the best, if not the best gunner we have currently. Just because that defensive tempo she has with her ability and the skill cards she has, it's really good.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we won't be seeing Amada for the rest of this match.
We're probably not gonna see Amara for the rest of this match,
Well,
indeed.
you can't play it anymore once you've played it once,
Oh,
right?
oh,
So,
oh. Okay,
yeah,
I might have misunderstood the depleting arsenal.
yeah. You
So,
can't
oh,
play
it's gonna.
gunners and you can't play guns.
Oh, that's gonna be really interesting.
Yeah. So I was gonna say
Already
if there's no
Dorome
gunner ban,
Tatara gun and Dorome Enra gun with
yeah,
Armada. Oh,
all the
that's.
guns are gone that you see
Ooh,
here.
that's. Oh, so we might have. I think we might see some long-lasting game on the game 2 and 3 for the first round for the
Yep.
first point.
So I think in this game, either Sword is gonna take it. Sword's on the bottom, right? Yeah,
Swords is the
yeah.
yep.
Or Hero's gonna use something about Datara. It's gonna have to be on this turn to actually do something.
Yeah, because right now it's pretty close. It's
Yep.
17 to 11. Again, Hero cannot use Amada's ability, else he would be in danger at 9 health.
Yeah.
He would have the card advantage, but still pretty low.
We're gonna have to see
Right
a
now,
smoke or something come in.
yep, right now Sword is just searching for a solution or something. And we
Yeah.
see the heat up to get more voltage, 8 voltage. It's pretty interesting. So are we gonna see a Ember at Dusk?
I don't know. Heat up an aggressively powerful card in the mirror
Yes,
matchup.
in mirror matchup it is
It's
absolutely
plus
bonkers.
two voltage draw card for
Yes,
zero. Oh my gosh.
which is really really interesting. And the thing is, it's not a once per turn. So if you have
Yep.
all 4 copies of it, I think
There
there's
are
four
six
copies of it.
copies.
If you have all 6 copies, it is technically a 12 voltage and 6 draw, which is completely bonkers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's gonna be really interesting to see. But seeing Sword charging that much voltage onto Amada
Yeah. Well,
makes me think he might have Ember at Dusk.
Embers at Dusk already available at 12. Or
It's
yeah, it costs
actually
10.
already in. It costs 10, so it's already
Already
available for him.
available.
So we might have to see. Right now, Hero has only 8, so he
Oh, that's a cool
cannot.
off to pull off paralyzing shot, isn't it?
I think he's gonna do it.
I
I
think
think
he's
he's
pulling
gonna do it.
paralyzing shot. Nope, double bullet. Okay. I would have pulled
Double bullet.
paralyzing.
He wants to
He's
get the
going
kill
in.
this turn.
Is
He
that
wants to
512?
get.
Yeah,
It is 12.
it's
It is
12.
double bullet. It is 12.
Okay.
It is
Do
12.
we have the reversal? We do.
We do have the reversal for
Reversal. 14. Ouch.
14. 14. What a turn of event. Like we said, in Gun and Gun, tides can turn really quick.
Amada, such a silly character.
Such a well balanced and such a counter character like we
Yeah.
always do. But now I'm afraid of something. If Hero has the reversal, does Sword have it for the clutch turn where
Uh,
he
that
really
stays
had Ember at
flipped.
Dusk?
I'm pretty sure the reversal card stays flipped.
Yes, it does. It does
Yeah.
not reset
You don't get
for.
to reset it. That would be too good.
No, indeed,
Yeah, that's
for
okay.
those who
There's
don't know.
there's no issue with the rules. It's just like keep it up.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, the skill cards can only be activated once, but certain skill card can be activated more than once. And there's also continuous or
Yeah.
ongoing skill that have effect when you activate them, and they don't, let's say, deactivate at the end of the turn or whatever. But reversal, a big, big, big turn of event.
Yeah. This thing's crazy.
Oh, he goes for it.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, that's interesting.
that was a
I'm wondering what this is.
that was a weird play from Eero. Just taking two damage and charging two from
Oh,
the Tara,
oh,
but
he
I
set
think
counter. He set counter.
oh I think but I think it
There's
might be
a
a
oh sorry I should not be pinging. There's a there's a Dodoma card that does 6. I think he
yep.
said that.
I think he said it that because he doesn't want to trigger the oh
Okay, I was
now
wondering
he
what was that.
noticed yep now
So
he noticed that the cards you don't activate the skill of Amada in the turn and just charge two cards. So he took two damage and draw two cards, but I think you're right. I think he wants to play it safe and
yeah,
not get reversal on his hand too.
yeah. So he set his opponent to 3, which is one under kill range from Datara. Because Datara would be a guaranteed kill because you can't react to it.
Indeed, indeed. But again, I think wants the he just I think he just want to kill. He wants the kill right now.
Yeah, I don't know. You
But I
can't
guess he's just
fire.
playing safe.
You can't fire with Dodoma because then you're just dead to any reversal card. So you have to
Indeed,
kill with either counter or with Datara.
with the Tara would have been a safer call, like you said. But again, it is particular. Oh,
Stealth. Oh no, stealth
we
bullet.
s- we see the stealth bullet right now, but
Uncounterable.
that's not gonna be enough.
Yeah, it only hits for 3 because you're not
Only
loading a
hits
double
for
bullet. So we have to
indeed.
pass. We're in a stalemate.
We are in the steel, and who's gonna shot first? And
Datara. That's not
Hero,
enough.
the Hero goes for the Tara
Oh, he's
and
hitting for
shoots
2.
it,
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's guaranteed
hitting for
damage.
two. It's guaranteed damage, but again, a reversal or a reaction can be damageable. But here's the thing: Sword didn't shoot the Enra, so oh,
That's a scheme. Draw 3. Okay.
game draw three. I think
Looking for a blitz. That's what we're looking for.
no, I think he's looking for a smoke. I think he's looking for a smoke to
No, he drew from
guarantee the.
Dodome.
Oh, he drew from Dorome. Oh,
Yeah, if he gets a blitz, he
oh,
takes an extra turn and then can fire with Dodome. There's the blitz.
there's the
Yep.
blitz. There's the blitz. But again, the blitz, the clutch blitz.
I think
Now
Hero
draw
has
from
it.
Hero has it. I'm pretty sure Hero has it because again,
Yeah, I
he
think that's
conceded
sword conceding.
sword conceding because he knows what's either
He also had
players
backfire.
and also had reversal.
Also had Heartseeker and another back. Yeah, this was.
That was a close mirror match, and goddamn, it was well played because earlier on the match we said that Sword had it because he had a big lead, but now Hero just turned the tides for
Hmm.
himself with a one hell of a show.
Yeah, massive turn.
Massive turn, massive turn.
All right. So I was gonna say something about no gunner ban, which was that for players like me who are known to have mains, the first game is the time to play your main because
Yeah, yeah. Again,
if you don't,
it's
game 2 your gunner's gonna get banned.
indeed, again, it's something that I referred on earlier on the match,
Hmm.
which is you want to try to go with a comfortable build and have a comfortable to be in comfortable zone so like that you can put pressure on your opponent. So now it's gunner
Can
ban.
I
So
switch this? There we go. Reset everyone.
yep, all right. So
Yeah,
that was one hell of a game, and again, it shows that in gun and gun everything can happen at any time.
man. If you're gonna tell me that there was gonna be like 3 turnabouts in the first game, I would not have believed it.
that was That was one hit. That was
We
one
saw
hell
the
of an
stealth
interesting
bullet
game.
coming in to counter. We saw everything else. Ooh, Hibana ban? Okay.
Ibana ban, okay. That's a ooh. Still no Notori. I guess both players once. Are we gonna see Sword with Notori again? Banning Ibana, yeah. So are we gonna see
Oh,
a Notori play? Ban
no, there's an
Notori.
Itori.
Oh, one Notori ban. Of course, of course. But doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay. I realize I never put this in the rule book, but the winner of the game should ban first, and that gives the loser the advantage theoretically. Because loser gets the stage pick
Mhm.
in other competitive games like that.
So
These three cards should be gone.
as we saw, um, Iro banned Ibana, and
Hmm.
Sword decided to ban Notori, which is huge because, again, we know Notori is really good.
And we're seeing another mirror match. Oh my
And
gosh.
again, another mirror match. But now, are we gonna see the classic mirror match of Kiriko with the new way for the one turn kill?
Yeah, so I
Are we gonna
was
see it? But now, since we are in a ban situation, players might ban Nue just to secure that.
yeah, well, Sword doesn't have Nue right now.
No, he does.
So
He
Hero
still does.
No, Nue was banned the first game.
True.
So it's
Ooh,
gone forever.
they just didn't took out the cards though. But yeah.
Yeah. Nue's
So
gone.
so
It's on the left
so
side.
Iro doesn't have Nue available, but
Hmm.
Sword is. Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Personally, I feel like that isn't too much of an issue with Kiriko because you've got Kiyohime as a backup.
Yep,
Because that's a
indeed.
really good thing to maximum reload.
Indeed, we saw it on our match and our testing. Again, you
Yeah.
guys are gonna probably gonna see it at some point, but yeah,
I'm sad that
uh,
Dodome is gone because that's like my turn one burn you for a million combo, but
yes. Oh, I know. Please don't remind me that,
but it means
please.
they're gonna have to figure out something else. Because Enra's also gone for the rest of the game, which means Kasane combos are going to be much easier to pull off.
True, but again, it's all gonna depends on which gun they're gonna ban.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so
But
we'll
I
see
don't.
one gun first, and then you can ban the second one if you fear a certain combo.
Hmm. Let's see what they're gonna choose first.
Ah, Suitsuki to
Oh,
start. Now that's a neat one.
so okay, so we see Nue,
Yep.
but I want to be sure in the chat because you mentioned okay, so Sword ban Enra and Iro ban Nue for Sword.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now they're deciding which they're gonna ban. Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Yep.
Hmm, that's gonna be interesting.
So I
So
think Hero gets to make the first ban here because he did win.
uh, but I think no, I
No?
think
Okay.
he's letting Sword choosing.
That's
But
fine.
again, banning Kasane, yes.
Yeah.
But again, Iro with the Nue is huge with Kuriko. But is it gonna go for a fake out?
I don't
Using,
know.
because Nue doesn't have bad cards. Yes, they are maybe slow and not maybe optimal for certain strategies, but for what we talked about, Kiyohime with Nue could be interesting. Could be an banning
There
Kiyohime.
goes the QE.
Okay,
Okay.
here goes a
Um,
Kiyohime for
I like
sword.
Nuetsuitsuki. It's the control beatdown
Yep,
where you're just not even doing damage, you're just disrupting.
breaking. Yep, there's a lot of disruption going on. But again, it all depends on how they're gonna play the Nue because. Um, you play a lot of strategy and you go meticulously and you don't and you wait for your shots because often when we were testing stuff a lot of time you had the bullets for doing 14 damage to me but a lot of time you just kept them for
Hmm.
doing critical I think it was critical the name is critical strike right or it's
Yes, I kept them for Thunder Charge shot.
yes thunder
Yes,
charge
that's
shot.
Nue's signature
Yep,
ability.
which breaks all ammo set reaction everything so yeah, it's all gonna depend. And we see Akumen, Nue, and Tsuetsuki Ubon.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
Hakumen, the
Hmm. Akumen. the favorite gun of CEO
The
of
favorite
Going
gun we
Gun.
all like to hate.
Yes, but again, it has a good. It has still a really good card pool and can be
Yeah,
really useful. Again, all depends. We still didn't have the time to crack that up with any of the gunner or strategy we come up with. But again, New Way Aquaman is, in my opinion, kind of slow, but it
yeah.
has a lot of reloading power. So
It only
gonna
generates theoretically 2 voltage a turn, but the thing is, Kiriko only has 3 skills, and they all cost 6, and
yes,
they're
indeed.
never repeatable. So you only ever need 6 voltage.
Yes, indeed. And you can wait. So it's gonna be I think it's going to be. This one is going to be a long game unless Swords plays the milling strategy really well and just took advantage of it and just clean the decks
You think
of
Sword is running
Hero.
juiced up?
Ooh, that's a good question. Oh, that is a good
There are,
question now
I
because
see 2 options. I see juiced up, or I see bullets in the air.
that's gonna be interesting. I don't think bullets in the air. I really think he goes for the milling strategy and only use to Itsuki for like support and disrupting to gain more times to set up the U1. But we're gonna have to see. But Heroes goes first, and
I think we're currently in the mulligan because Kiriko
oh
has a extra step.
yes, we forgot about that. Yes, Kiriko has as a milling mulligan, sorry, a
Yep.
mulligan ability. So I guess Hero only is gonna mill one card. Well, mulligan one
Eight,
card.
8, 6, 7. So Hero's starting.
Hero is starting, but let's see. Oh,
Oh,
oh, I
Hero's
guess he,
not mulliganing.
I guess he just has a good hand.
He's going.
He's
Discarding
going for it.
diversion. Draws second diversion. I see.
So it is a draw three. So
That's a draw
pretty good.
3.
So going for the new A, of course. We're going
Yeah,
for the
now we're
new A
looking for high
plus
speed recharge.
high speed recharge or anything.
You get all
But
4 of
yeah,
those on turn
I
1.
I guess it's just gonna be a good start for Hero at this point.
That's a
Let's
really good hand. Healing Tube, not too great in this matchup for him, but
it still can be useful for it still can be useful. We don't know. Oh,
there's a
one ice.
recharge. Yep.
That's one recharge.
Much like Heat Up, a very powerful card.
Yes, but very powerful, but in a different way. I
Yeah,
don't think it is. If we compare Heat Up to the high speed recharge, I do think Heat Up is more potent than high speed recharge.
yeah.
It has a way more value. You have a lot more copies of it also,
hmm
so it does help. But again, the high speed recharge also is hubs. It can charge bullets into the guns faster without taking any slots of using your cards in your hand,
Yep.
and also it has ups and down, but I think we're gonna
Yeah,
oh
that's 2 newer reactions. So I'm imagining one of those is a recoup, and I think the other one's an evasion.
probably because yeah, only 5 come drawn from the Aquaman, and we see the Echo shot and the antimatter shot.
Antimatter and Echo. Oh boy.
That's an interesting
That's an early
setup to
Echo shot.
That's a early Echo Shot setup, but I do think Sword is gonna wait until he has more bullets into Uon to do
Yeah.
something.
Overload
And
Orb.
we see Overlord Orb and one set reaction, and we see a draw and end of the turn.
I
So it's
think
gonna be
that's
Hero's turn.
Scheme. Or that's not Scheme. I think that's Flash.
Yes, it's probably Flash, but
We got
also don't ping, don't ping.
Yeah, don't ping. I think it's an Uon card. It's harder to
It
tell with Sword starting hand because Sword started with both Suitsuki and Uon cards,
mhm.
but I think it's an Uon reaction.
I'm gonna have to see. We didn't pay enough attention for that, but again, it's better like this. There's more
Yeah,
surprises.
yeah, we're gonna
There's more
see what it is later.
Yes. So it might come and the other early on, like in the other game with both players having backfire setup. So right now, kind of a slow start from Hero's turn, meticulously counting and thinking of his strategy because Thor just did his stuff and didn't shoot. He didn't shoot, but
Yeah, the only thing you can't shoot on turn 1 in this build is Uon, And I don't know if you want to shoot Uon with an echo shot when your opponent has 0 voltage, and theoretically not much of a way to get 6 voltage.
For now, yes, but again, we do know that. Okay, so there's only one bullet into both Nue and Akumen, so it's gonna be interesting to see what's coming up for Eros. Oh, are we gonna see another reaction setup?
That's another high speed
No,
recharge.
another XP recharge. Obviously, another good card
Great
into
card.
the Nue. Interestingly,
Yeah, Nua is gonna
so
be the way you win, because you don't need life in a Hakumen.
there's a charge from one, and you again. Oh,
Yeah,
draw
okay.
from Akumen.
Fishing for the
Interesting.
third diversion is my guess, or spiral or
Probably
auto cannon could be useful.
auto can again. Thinking of someone that I faced on the first tournament of Bulletstorm, Churcher, as a strategy of playing Aquaman with Kuriko and milling for autocannon to
Yeah,
Uwan, which is a really bold strategy, but it does put a lot of pressure on your opponents. So we're gonna see a one bullet charge on the Nue and the Aquaman. So Aquaman at 2 bullets and Nue at 3.
yep.
It's gonna be interesting. But again, oh, shooting with
Firing
Aquaman,
for two.
deciding to
Yep.
firing for 2. Okay, and also gaining to life. I hope you're gonna yes, good.
All right, three spiral shooter.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
that's right.
one extra
So he's
damage.
at 4, one extra damage. Good. That's some good stuff right now. But
Yeah,
again, like you mentioned, it might be not be that much important in this matchup to have more health. We're gonna have to see 3 reaction setup. It's pretty big. pretty pretty dangerous to see now. So Sword is now on the back foot for this one, but he might have some stuff up his
Uh,
sleeve.
I think Sword is just trying to break bullets out of the Nue so that he can't get hit for 14 twice.
That or breaking some voltage or even reaction. Oh, so we're gonna
That's an
see a
activation.
activation again. A really good card from the overeat setup, from the overeat expansion, other core set. Ah, yes. Overload orb, by the way. Yes.
Just remind them.
Yep. It's okay because a lot of time you don't think about some of the stuff.
Overload Orb is like the most forgettable thing in this game.
Yes, it is. Often we so deciding to mill the
From a new way. You want to get
oh,
high speed recharges out of there and portable capacitors.
and after that destruction
Yeah,
beam.
destruction
Oh,
beam. Yeah, you totally just take 2 bullets out of new way at this point.
yep, yep. So what's gonna happen with the Tsuetsuki then? So
Um,
what sort has up his sleeve?
Suitsuki's still gonna take bullets out of new way.
Yes, of course, but again, he might wait for something else. So
Maybe.
charge one on each, but does he want to shoot? Is it gonna
I feel like if you're already at two
oh
bullets, you might as well wait on the third. Uh,
at this point, yeah, for
yeah,
either for the Uwan, yeah, at this point because you still want to uh waste your he waits for it again, yes.
yeah, because new only has 1 bullet. Like you can get rid of two next turn, and then you can also mill four next turn. This is just Sword's playing the patient game. Get the
Yep,
most value possible.
yep. Again, like I was mentioning early on, I think that's gonna be a longer game than the previous one.
Hmm.
There's gonna be a lot of stalemates and less firing comparing to the last game that at turn 3 or 2 it was
Yeah.
already 28-11.
So if this game goes in Sword's favor and we go into a game three, do you think we're gonna get another mirror match?
They start to have the same mentality, so we might have another mirror match,
I
but
think we're gonna see a double Maka if that happens.
a double Maka.
Because I think
Interesting.
Sword is taking a pretty leading position right now.
Again, Sword putting Iro on the back foot. But
Yeah.
again, Iro has so much reaction set up. I'm not sure it was the right call from him.
A second and third activation, and also the Overlord Orb hitting a high speed recharge.
That's gonna be interesting. Again, that's one less high speed recharge, so we're down to three. And a
Are we
lot of
looking
our
for I forget what Uwan's signature skill is called, but are we looking for that?
I don't I don't think so.
It's mill 5 draw 5? I
Yes,
mean,
it's mill
it's
five, draw
okay.
five. It's
Oh, he's firing.
okay. Oh, it's firing. Firing from the Tsuitsuki and
2 break, yeah, get
mills
rid of all the bullets in Nue, and then mill 2?
2 mil.
Yeah,
Yes, 1 2.
cash that
Oh, that's
in.
some big hits. Big hits.
I think we're getting
And
close to yeah, if you load Uwan one more time, we get 6, and that's enough for Kiriko's skill.
yep, yep.
I think that's going to be a juiced up, and we're just going to see a juice next turn.
But again, if we do see a juiced up, Hero might have a reaction to nullify the damage and not get milled.
Yeah, Hero might
Like
have a
wasting.
reaction now to Uwan's 4 damage. Because
Yep,
if he plays an evasion, that's just getting rid of 4 mil.
4 mil and only milling one.
Or sorry, not evasion. The other one,
Yeah,
portable
well,
deployable barrier.
yep.
Yeah,
There's a couple of them. Nue has a couple of them. So that's gonna be an interesting
yeah. There's
oh,
recoup. Um,
recoup. That's a good one. That's a good start.
yeah, it's a load.
That's a load. That's a load and draw. Down to four, he does
Down
take the
4. Yeah,
hit
so he does take 4. Okay,
and milling four cards from
the
the
last of them,
yep, the last of them.
and then
So
echo
I
shot.
guess the game is going to be I guess we're gonna see a mill out.
This is looking like it. I'm concerned because Hero is gaining life, which means maximum reload is not going to have the burst effect, like ever. Oh, and we see a grav orb. Oh boy.
No shoot. Okay, we see a gravitational orb.
This
That's
is this is getting pretty far into Sword's favor.
yep, yep. I don't s- I'm not sure if Eros has something to deal with it. He's down already. What is it again? He's already down 75% of his deck
Yeah,
right
he's down
now.
to 10 cards.
Only down to 10 cards. A lot of reaction setup. Not a lot. There's not a lot he can do.
High speed
Oh,
recharge.
he did
It's a great
activate.
card, but it gets rid of 2 cards from your deck,
Yep,
so
it's dangerous. I think he's going
he needs to draw one.
for going for a big damage for Nue, unless he wants to set up something. Oh, decided to fire from Nue, possibly.
Well, we're only at 3 cards.
There's only three cards in Nue.
Yeah,
Hmm,
you can't fire it.
that's gonna be a, that's gonna be a predicament.
That Overload or no, what was that card? Let me go find
Gravitational
it.
orb.
Destruction beam. That destruction beam is paying dividends now.
Yep,
Um, so that's 2 manual loads. That's not
yep.
allowed. There we go.
Player are aware
Yep, sword
as
calling
much
it.
as us. Decide to load in the Aquaman then.
Yeah, I mean, if you have 2 loads, you might as well use them both.
Yeah,
Get in for
unfortunately,
3 damage.
but I don't think Hero
Oh,
can
there's
come
the
back from
flash. Get in for 1 damage. And I think we're discarding a card and getting the other destruction beam.
Yep, I think that's what we're gonna see. We're gonna see a milling and a milling win con on this one. Again, a strategy that is not that much exploited in Gun and Gun right now. We saw a couple of good milling player on the Bulletstorm tournament, but we
Hmm.
didn't see much strategy and much view upon it after Overeat came up.
Um, what was it? There's a couple ways to do it, but like,
There's still a couple of ways to do it, but they're not as efficient as other
yeah,
strategy that we saw or experienced with.
Uwan
So I
falls off with overheat cards just because of the nature of Kiyohime and Tsuitsuki at just prolonging games.
yeah, absolutely. Oh, so
Oh, it's
it was
maximum
reload.
reload.
Oh, it was a maximum reload on Suitsuki. Interesting.
That's not how you're supposed to do it.
Do the judge call? Do it.
Yeah, it takes off the top of the deck, not from the voltage, which is important because you're milling yourself a little more.
Yep.
Um, but I feel like here it doesn't matter too much for sword.
No, no, no. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, he's
I.
firing it. I don't think he's fired this turn.
Oh, no, 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 no! It didn't fire it this turn,
Yeah.
but it just redo the play by putting the cards on the
Oh, yeah, yeah.
discard, then loading them up.
Yeah, he put him in the discard, then put him from the deck into the voltage.
Yep, yep,
Yep.
yep, yep. So we set it up a reaction and charge the Echo Shot again, and we see another Overlord
I wonder what he was breaking
Horde.
with that.
He did break Nue's ammunition.
Ah. Oh yeah, I knew it had cards in it.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
So I think we're gonna see a game 1 sword.
There's Echo Shot again. Single mill. We're just fishing for what? So 5 more damage?
5 more damage, but I do think sword as game 1 in the bag. There's nothing much Hero can do right now,
Yep.
unfortunately. It's unfortunate, but hoping Hero learned from his lessons against Sword and might come back in the game too. Because again, to explaining what's going on, unless I'm mistaking, there's only 2 participants, or the third participant came up.
Time Lord did show up, so we will be playing a round robin.
Okay,
And
so
then maybe an extra match if two
okay,
people are 1-0.
so
That isn't
how it's
possible.
gonna go? So yeah, so how it's gonna go is each player are going to face one another again, a best out of 3, and it's gonna be Robin round. So right now, I Sword is gonna come up with the win, and Hero starting with a defeat, which is unfortunate, but it is still not over. There is still a possibility that we have a 3-way tie of each player having 1 victory and 1 defeat. Which after that, I don't know how are we gonna approach this. Hopefully, there's someone that's gonna have 2 win. Deck out.
Yep.
Yes,
There's
GG,
the deck out.
GG from Sword, GG2 Sword. And again, I think Time Lord was one of the milling player from the Bulletstorm tournament. I do not remember correctly, but I think we might see some milling going on with Time Lord. And again, that was absolutely funny to have a double mirror match,
Yep.
double mirror
So
match at the start.
so we've seen Amada, we've seen Kiriko.
Kiriko.
Sword still has Natori and Maka and Ron.
Yes. So are the ban for the depleting arsenal are going to stay for the other rounds?
Yeah, so anything you ban is removed for the entire match, which means there's only 3 left. They're each going to ban 1, and then you'll have your choice of 2. And then the real fun part about game 3 is that you'll have 3 guns. You pick one. Oh, we see a Maka ban. We're not seeing double Maka. We're seeing double Ron. Let's hope. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, I was not paying attention right now because I didn't realize that it was 1-1 for the best out of 3.
Yeah, we're at
But
1-1
yeah.
now, so we're getting into the game 3, which is, in my opinion,
Oh,
the most
oh yeah.
interesting game.
Oh, that's gonna be an interesting one. So we have Maka and Ran, and the other side it's Ibana and
Hibana Ron.
Ran.
So your characters, you have a choice of 2. For your guns, you have 3 guns available. You pick one, and then essentially your opponent picks which of the 2 remaining you're going to play.
Reminds me of when I'm going randoms with my loadouts. Oh,
Yeah.
that's some fun.
But yeah, but like game one is very structured. Game two, you're kind of trying to build something. Game
Oh,
three, you're kind of just running.
we're in see an interesting matchup
Makahibana.
right now. Maka Ibana. That's gonna be that's gonna be interesting. With the guns they have currently, it's not looking good. It's really not looking that good for either of them. So we're gonna see a alley fight right now,
Yeah,
just fighting with what they have.
yeah, this is going to be an interesting fight. And so
Oh, absolutely.
the usage of resources,
Oh, okay. So
specifically
with the
Sword not using Kasane until now, means
that's
that
gonna
Sword
be
can force Suitsuki out of there, right?
or Kiyohime, but
Or
either of
Kyohime.
them.
But Suitsuki's a good counter to Kasane, so you could do Kasane combos.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna have to see what they choose. Ban
Kyohime.
Kiyohime,
All right, we're seeing Kasane in there.
Kasane, and what? Who's
Wow.
gonna ban?
Oh, right, because
Again,
Nue Suitsuki doesn't do damage.
mm-hmm.
Oh, and we're seeing Kasane to Tara.
Kasane
Oh
Datara, but
boy.
not with Notori this time. I'm sorry to say, Fern, but your loadout was is not looking good right now.
I don't know. This is interesting. I'm liking it.
It's an interesting matchup, but again, Kasane with Maka is interesting because Maka does start with 40 health, 10
Hmm.
more health than all the other gunners. Maka is a really unique gunner in the sense that when using her skills, you have to select one of your decks, and you can't draw cards from that deck on like for the rest of the match.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be interesting to see what skill they gonna pick because with Maka it's weird. She has one that negates hits, the one that's charging, and one that does damage. I do not know which one Sword's gonna go, but
I
for Ivana,
think you go for the damage one here.
maybe. I'm still not sure about that. Probably wants to go with the reload because it's just a safer pick. And right now it's 1-1, so they want to go with the more secure and not high risk, high reward type skill. And for Iro, I'm not sure. Probably took Senko Wanabe or maybe the one that increased the hits by two. That could be a good idea in that matchup if you want to mill out. Oh, I don't
Oh, what we're
think.
seeing.
Hmm.
Oh, we saw leveling.
Oh, leveling. Oh, sorry, I didn't zoom on the card to see what was going on.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Discord down to three. So that was just a one for one trade.
a one for one trade. But again, if I were at Hero place, I would start with drawing cards from the Tsuitsuki first because it has more potency. And
Yeah,
there
there's
it is.
recharger. No, that's noise gen. Okay.
Noise Gen, there it is.
You need
Noise
noise
Gen.
gen against Kasane.
Oh, absolutely. And just the Tara in general. So we're gonna see the Echo Shot on the Uwan, but I'm not sure it's gonna be the right call if Hero start decided to fire it up.
I
Hero
don't I
still
don't think you
didn't.
fire at turn one.
But again, Hero still didn't decided to use Ibana's ability. It might be a Nupsi on his end. He might have
It hasn't
forgot
passed
about it.
turn yet. So we're still
Still,
okay on the Havana ability.
yes, but still is a thing on it.
Yeah. I think Senko Anabe is the way to go. But I don't know.
Sankwanabe on this setup might be a bit weird in my opinion. So
Yeah.
again, Hero still didn't. Okay, Hero's using Uwan's deck for the Ibana ability, and only for one. Interesting.
Oh
And
wow.
drawing from three from the Uwan. Interesting.
Yeah, I think you dig for recharger first, and if you don't get
Oh,
that, you go for scheme.
oh, we see
Oh, is
poison
that
shot.
poison? Oh,
Poison shot.
poison shot is
Oh, oh, it's
so
so
dirty.
nasty. Yeah,
Oh,
like
I
we
love the
know,
Tara cards.
like guys, just with our voice and how we react to it, you know that we both got PTSD from that card because it is a type of card that you love to play, but you hate to get hit by it. It's
Yeah. Is
like a love and hate relationship for those cards.
that an Overlord Orb? Yeah. All right.
So Overlord Orb, that's gonna be interesting. And again, you can only Sword can only use one action per turn.
Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting to see. Ooh, again, it's just an interesting matchup in general,
Yep.
especially with those selection of guns. Well, the Tarakasane with Maka might be a interesting matchup, an interesting loadout in general. Again, all depending on which skill you play, but again, just unique matchup, and yeah, it's really a ally fight, to just using what they have with
Hmm.
like on their end. So let's see how it's gonna play out.
So you don't think Sengohanabi? Do you think Kage Isomi then?
I really think it's gonna be Kage Isomi. I
Just in
really
case
think
the opponent plays Last Stand.
um well, first of all, I wasn't thinking of that. Actually, I completely forgot Sengo Hanabi also does that. But I think just Kage Somi is the better way against Maka, because with the milling strategy, you force Maka to either play to play one deck he wants her to play, and from the looks of it, looks like Ero's gonna force Sword to play from the Kasane deck. Then after that, if Sword activates his skill, he's not gonna use the deck with the lesser
It's
cards.
Oboro Bashiri.
It's Oboro Bashiri. Interesting.
Oh, hitting for three here.
Hitting for three. It is. Oh, I guess he might. I guess when he saw the Kasane Datara, he decided to go more aggressive. But for me, I would have really go for Kage Somi.
Go for the mill out. Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know.
for going for the mill out, because the strategy I have in
Oh,
mind,
two
because
explosives.
two
Oh
explosives,
boy.
because the strategy I really have in mind would have been to force Sword to use a deck with like lesser resources, since
Yeah.
you already have the noise generator, and we see the
Flash.
flash.
Flash coming in, reducing the damage from 8 down to 6.
Yes, down to six. It's
Uh,
still good, still good. But yes, I would have go with
discard a card,
Kage
get an
Somi
action.
Overlord Orb
Oh, yes, we forgot about the Overload Orb.
again. A
Everyone
card that
forgot
we
about the
often
Overload Orb. The most forgettable card in
yes,
all of
that should
Gun
be a
and
meme.
Gun.
That should be a meme. We should create a meme after this tournament.
Yes, I
Every
want just an alt art of Overload Orb that's just nothing on it with
oh
no
no
text,
not
just the
oh
name.
or just a void, just like a void orb galaxy art style.
Yeah,
That could be interesting.
just a full art Overload Orb with no text, just Overload
Yep.
Orb, and then just like in
But
the bottom, the most forgettable card.
uh, that should at this point is gonna be a custom art from it's gonna be a custom art like we
Yeah,
see from some magic cards. But
yeah. All right, we see another
do
leveling.
another leveling.
So leveling,
Counter.
right?
Counter. Yep.
Trading one card for one card seems okay, but usually it's worse for the person that has fewer cards.
Yes. So unless Iro would have the card of Tsuetsuki that makes your end size to 5 and not 3, I would say it's a good trade. But again, it's really not that good. Leveling mostly good for gunners with bigger hand size like Notori or someone with with the Tsuetsuki card.
Okay, so we didn't see a Hibana charge this turn.
We didn't see Bana charge this turn. I think it might be a Nupsi on Euro's turn. We see a
Because you can
rush.
charge from the grave.
Indeed, we do see a rush,
That's the one
which
action.
that's the one action for the turn. I
Oh,
guess
another double
that's.
explosive. All right, we're just carrying the game off explosive shots, apparently.
I think yeah. I think the
Yeah.
game. I think Sword just want to end it really quickly
Oh,
and
Grav Orb. Grav
grab
Orb
orb.
does stop the explosive shots.
Indeed, it does, and Sword takes the damage for it.
Sword does take the damage and the recoil.
Yep.
So Sword
So
just hit himself for 5, but charge 3 voltage.
yeah, 3 voltage. But again, How
We're at
much
9.
voltage? He has 9, and the damage you
Never say
calculated.
goodbye. There we go. All right, what
Never
deck are you
say
getting rid
goodbye.
of?
What deck are you gonna get rid of? What deck? That's going to be an interesting one because if you go against Uwan, you probably want to go with the one with more cards in it, right?
They
Then
both
again,
or one has 10, one has 13. It's not that much different. Oh,
yeah,
tossing Kasane.
yeah, yeah. I would have go with
Oh,
that one.
nope.
Oh, Datara
Tossing
is
Datara. Okay.
okay. That
So
is oh.
here's the thing, and I don't know if Hero knows this, and also if they're watching, I shouldn't say it. I don't know if they're watching.
Again, we say a lot of stuff, so if they're watching, it's just
Okay. Here, the thing is that Scramble is a card.
indeed,
That's not Scramble.
indeed
And
leveling. That's another leveling.
the way
Again,
I rule it with Scramble, and I
oh, I
think,
hold up. I don't think they took damage for it. I don't think Eero took damage from the activation of Never Say Goodbye.
oh yes, we didn't do an Ever Say Goodbye in turn.
Yep, just mention it in the
Um,
in the chat for them.
did he?
No, he didn't. He didn't. Unless no, he was at, let's say he was at 9. He was at 9 voltage and Never
Yeah,
Say
and you went down to
Goodbye.
6, so he did pay the voltage.
He did pay the voltage.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, weren't sure. Again, we should pay more attention. Okay, yeah, that's what
Yeah, we
I
both
was.
missed it. No problem.
Yep, we missed it.
Yep. All
Yes,
right.
again, we were concentrating on the other stuff.
So
Yes, not
Scramble
getting
is a
flipped.
card, and
Scramble.
I, the way I rule it, and I think this is the way it's supposed to work against Maka specifically, is you could target the deck that Maka tossed,
hmm And now
and
we
that
see
means
a agitator beam
oh,
discarding the
agitator.
draw pod.
Okay.
Oh, that's. Oh, I don't know. I don't
The
know.
mill is almost done. That's
The
the
mill is
issue.
all. Yes, but here's the thing. Hero's also almost done with only 14 health.
Yeah. Kasane can only deal 6 this turn, and Never Say Goodbye is going to hit for 4. So that's only 10 damage. And then Sword has to draw 4.
And did Hero charge up the Uwan only for 1? So we're milling for 1. There's only 3 going. Oh, that.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be the deck out from Sword. Game.
I think Hero had it. I think Sword did a misstep in using the skill this turn.
Yeah.
There's Rush. I mean, that's
Rush
only
for
going to deck
2.
you out faster.
Unless no, is there's still a solution for it. There's still a solution for it. Doing 6 damage and counting on the Never Say Goodbye because you still charge up your voltage to a good amount of damage. But I still think, uh,
Yeah, even 6 from that and 4 from Never Say Goodbye. That's only 4
yeah,
damage. Yeah.
no, Hero wins it first round. First
So
round,
here's the
Heroes
thing:
wins it.
if Sword had fired this to Tara, it would have done 2 extra damage, right?
And what? Yep.
And then both Never Say Goodbye procs would have done 1 extra damage.
So he would have probably win by
It would
even
not, because you have to draw first before you get to use the Never Say Goodbye.
hmm,
But it's very close.
yep. Yep, really close. So what's gonna be the next match? Who we're gonna see next?
Um, so I think either I'm going to flip a die or we're just going to take the loser plays. So I think I'm just going to hop in and talk to them for a second. So I'll mute everything here for a second.
Sure thing.
All right, we're back.
All right,
We have sword against. Oh, Time Lord. I need to change that now.
that would be a good idea.
Yep. Uh, there we go.
Last time Lord versus Hero.
Oh, was it hero? Thought it was sword.
It was sword.
It's
Sorry,
sword.
yes, it is sword. It is
Yeah.
still sword. I'm
Next
sorry
we'll
about that.
get Time Lord against hero.
Okay, so we're gonna have another interesting matchup now.
Yep.
Sword with the vengeful spirit. Oh, Notori turn
Natori
one.
and Kiriko. What a.
What a classic matchup from Bulletstorm.
Yep.
Two of the most used gunner. Again, that's gonna be interesting to watch. A lot of good stats on Kiriko for forehand and for speed. Pretty
Yeah.
good, pretty strong.
Kiriko's definitely one of the characters I would pick to beat Natori. The sad thing is that Kiyohime is not good in this matchup.
It is absolutely not good. So for those who don't know the synergy or the mechanic that goes through it, so basically Notori does one damage to you for each time you well when Notori takes three damage, you it deals one damage to the opponent. So with Kiyohime doing the burn damage for three each time, and it's three different ticks, it's three different damage. Let's say you have three burn counter, it's gonna be nine damage to them, but also three damage to you. And deciding to ban Nue turn one sword. Interesting call since Time Lord used pick Uwan and decided to ban Uwan. Okay,
Oh,
so are
interesting.
are we gonna see uh Kasane Datra again? Are we gonna see the Bullet Storm?
So if you pick Asana Tara, Tsuetsuki still does quite a lot against you.
Yeah, but
Um,
again, I think I'm gonna call the loadout of Kasane and Datara the Bullet Storm because it is really that, and it's kind of has a nice ring to it.
yeah. So I like it, but I also, with Overheat out, I think Suitsuki's a safer pick because then it allows you to break noise generator.
We're gonna have to wait with
Yeah,
the
bated
Time Lord's
breath.
decision. Yep, let's see. Oh, Enra Kasane. So we're going full aggro on this one, and Time Lord completely getting baited by the Kasane. Was it
Oh yeah,
was that
Enra. Okay,
Enra?
that's another loadout I used a lot in Bulletstorm. Uh,
Kasane Enra Kasane? I used it, but for a different reason. I was using it with bad medicine,
yeah.
which is not a bad loadout. It's actually a good idea because you
Okay.
do a lot of damage output. But I know you love big idea better than this. I
Percent
know
chance that that is big idea.
there's like a high percent chance that it's big idea, but I do still believe that Sword might picked
Good
a
medicine is
good.
also good against Uwan.
Yes. Oh, sorry. So we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. But Kiriko Uwan with Suitsuki. That's an interesting choice. I guess maybe Time Lord wants to get the worst cards out of his pool. But again, like I mentioned, Time Lord was a decking out player. So we might see some interesting stuff coming from him.
Right, Time Lord did play a lot of Uwan.
He did play a lot of Uwan, but mostly what was with Notori. So
Hmm.
we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. And yeah, that's a classic core gun and guns matchup right there.
Yeah.
Besides the Tsuetsuki, which is a new addition to it, but it's gonna be interesting to see.
I mean, what do you want to see turn one here as Kiriko? Because you're always going first, right? You want to see
Noise
leveler,
generator.
noise gen, uh, what is the other card? Agitator beam. Just
We
get
probably
those cards out into Nahori's hand.
uh, yeah, but I don't think you want to have that much disruption turn one because you lost all your turns for it. Then after that, it's like it's a weird situation that I understand why the disruption, but at the same time, I'm not sure about it. So we're
Hmm.
gonna see a first turn
Overload
overload
orb,
orb
agitator.
and
Okay,
an agitator beam. Okay, so we're gonna see this card too. So we're gonna see a stealth bullet going out, and we see a
cool off.
cool off.
Okay,
Okay, and draw one. But yes, like I was saying, I love the disruption. It is always a good idea in every card game, but especially for gun and gun, I don't think that using all the cards in your hand for disrupting the first turn of your opponent is. I've I have worries. Like
yeah.
I have
So
difficulties of seeing it as a good idea. But again, I know the purposes of it. But for me, I love resources. I love
yeah,
not to get any of my card not being used to the fullest. So for me, just throwing all my stuff out just to disrupt the first turn. Then after that, going back to me and setting up some stuff. Eh, it's really weird. So we're gonna see a paralysis shot, a paralysis bullet. Sorry,
the paralysis
and
bullet's pretty good, and I think it's
yes,
also double.
and is a double bullet. So it's gonna be damage. And we see again a stealth bullet and explosive. Uh,
You just gonna rip it now?
I ju-
Yeah.
I
Okay.
guess, yeah.
That's another
So
5 damage.
that's another fire damage. A strong start from sword. I think he's
So
just gonna go for the aggressive start and just try to hand it as fast as he could.
while I agree with you on that statement about disruption, Sword is playing Notori and drew from Enra first, which means there's like a 25 to 30% chance he's got a supercharge on turn one.
But again, the chances of the supercharge are still really low because half of the deck of Enroy is composed of double bullet.
Yeah, well, there's two supercharges and you get 5 cards. So there's a chance you get a supercharge turn one. And if you do that, then Notori is like set. Because you got like 7 cards, or you get 5 cards in voltage on turn one.
Indeed, but I think again the players forgot about the Overload Orb, or
Oh, yeah.
just again, again the card that we
The
all
most
always
forgettable
forget about.
card in all of Gun and
But I,
Gun. Oh, here we go.
but
They
no,
got it.
no, they got it. Of course, Time Lord is not gonna forget about his strategy for taking out. Of course,
People just
so
start playing first. It's so funny.
we're gonna see a mill out of three, so two
Yeah.
damage and three mill
Hit for
because we
2,
need
mill 3. You don't want to hit for 4 because then you're taking 1, and taking damage
yes,
is bad in this matchup.
indeed, and especially when after one turn you're already down to
Down to
60% of
20,
your.
yeah.
Yep, it's pretty hard, pretty harsh. I don't know if Maka would have changed the situation on this. I
Uh,
don't know.
that's
I don't know if
Recharger.
that's my cards. Yes. So this is the card I was
Opting
talking
not
about.
to use the activation.
That was the card I was yeah, decided to not use the activation, but again, it's not that big of a deal because now the end size is at 5, but I think
Hmm.
Time Lord only drew 4 cards. I think. I'm not sure.
I think another agitator got played, right?
Yeah,
No.
I guess Sword is just gonna go all in. He
Yeah.
just want to go aggressive on this one. He doesn't want to lose any time. So stealth
That.
bullet, double bullet. So one, two, three, four, five.
Yep. And
Then
then
after that,
3 in. Yep.
three, three in. So
The
down to
old 12 damage.
yep, the old 12 damage and taking three.
I think there was an echo shot. That's interesting. The echo shots are keeping the big idea or any skill from being played. So now all Time Lord has to do is not die.
I don't think he has a lot of option to prevent that,
He's
unfortunately.
got grab orb.
Indeed,
Ah, but not much
and getting
else.
yep.
Okay, Enra's out.
All right, Enra is already out of cards. And how much is Kasane? Kasane still have a healthy amount of cards.
Yeah, Kasane only lost 1 card. Wow.
That's yeah. That is going to be an interesting matchup. Both players looking at their skill cards. So Kuriko right now has two. So we got. Oh, so we're
Scheme.
gonna see a scheme
Yep.
might might fetch a solution because Time Lord's Time Lord knows that he's on the back step on this one.
Yep.
Doesn't
And
have a lot of doesn't have a lot of protection.
Time Lord also
Uh,
doesn't need cards in hand, or doesn't have a need for the cards in his deck. Like,
no, because now
got plenty
he
of those.
plenty of those, and now he's technically at 5-4, 5 of hand and 4 of speed, which is again really strong, really strong.
Hmm. Scheme number
Oh,
two. Okay. There's three of them in the
scheme one,
deck.
3 of them in the den. Yes.
We're digging.
Uh, again, Paramount doesn't have any option to protect himself against the 12 damage per turn because even if he has flash, that's not gonna be enough
Yeah,
for
Flash
protecting
only
himself
reduces damage by
by
two, and
2.
Grav
Yep,
Orb is the only thing that wipes all damage.
yep. Grav Orb would be the go-to on this, or setting up Grav Orb and flash.
You can't even be sneaky and use Suzuki's reaction to remove hard
Another
recoil.
scheme, another scheme.
Yeah, scheme number three.
Oh, we seen agitator
Agitator.
beam,
Okay.
agitator beam.
Agitator's good. One less card means two less damage this turn.
Yes, yes, and now he's drawing on the cards from the Kasane. That's gonna be an interesting one. So Time Lord has to not jump the gun for the Tsuetsuki with the Echo Shot because that's pretty much he's the only thing he can do right now. Reducing the end size of Notori currently for not having to deal with that much damage. I guess he's jumping the gun right now.
Well, you have to. If you don't use the Echo Shot now, the opponent can just use skill and then you're dead.
Okay, so let's see. It's gonna mill for
Antimatter going
3.
down.
Yep. So that's gonna mill for 2.
I think it's only.
Gonna-
Oh, there's
Yeah,
two.
that's gonna.
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah.
gonna
To mill two,
one
one
that.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 damage, mill 2. Does he? I think he's thinking about firing the Tsuitsuki.
You kind of just crack that. Yeah.
Again, it's gonna be weird. I think. I
Well,
think, like you said, he might have to do it.
yeah, if you
He
don't,
might
then
have.
Big Idea comes out. You get three. Or is the noise gen down? No, noise gen isn't down. So Big Idea comes
Nope.
out. You get both your sneak attacks, and you're screwed.
Oh, I think he's gonna. Yeah, he's gonna fire it
Yeah,
and
he's firing it.
decides to break one of the voltage.
Yeah.
2 of the voltage actually. That's
There's a
a good
vigor.
thing.
Vigor not entirely important. Because I
Yep.
don't think sword is going to get below 15 very quickly.
So now we are at 4 voltage from Primal's voltage. Oh, setting up 2 reactions.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So now, uh, sword has the ability to do exactly 8 damage if
Oh,
all of these are actions or something.
and again, oh, we
Another
see
overlord.
okay. So the game might be on the verge to end.
This is
Oh, this
probably the
time
last turn.
it is probably the last turn, but again, oh, that's gonna be interesting. It is going to be interesting because now Big Idea cannot be activated right now, and I have a weird feeling that um,
Oh, there's a
so
double
there's a double,
and a
there's a paralysis,
paralysis.
but there's no stealth, so Time Lord could still reduce the damage by 2.
Yeah. If these are both flash, then
So that's gonna be 7 damage. Does he have the reaction? Does he have the reaction for it?
yeah, and he's still taking one even if you like nullifies the damage somehow.
Yep, and the
There's a
flash goes
flash.
off.
Yep.
The one flash goes off. So now it's only 5 damage.
I need to discard a card and get an action back from the grave.
Sneak
Oh, there's the
attack.
sneak. Yep.
There's the sneak for 3, and yeah, there's nothing
That's
much.
that should be game. That's flash
Yeah,
number
that
two, right? Yep. I think
flash
the
number
last
2.
card was Grav Orb.
Yep, swords win.
Yep.
Swords win. Oh, sneak attack. The sneaky attack. Ooh, that was hard. Okay, so now we say goodbye to Notori and Rakasane, Suitsuki Kuriko, and okay, so we're gonna have a small break from Sword because of course, playing that much game in a row and stuff, take a water break, stay
Hmm.
hydrated, stay safe, stay healthy. So yeah, we're gonna say goodbye to Tsuitsuki, Umon, Kuriko, Enrod, Natori, and Kasane. That's gonna have some interesting repercussion for the next game. What do you think is gonna be the call for Time Lord on this one to go to do a comeback?
Okay, so Kiriko is one of the stronger characters. So either you want to pick uh, your remaining stronger characters, either Natori or Amada's really strong,
Yep,
or you want to go for something mixy like Ron,
true.
so that
Ron,
your
Ron,
last
indeed,
game you
Ron.
have like a lot of characters to choose from as your powerhouse. Theoretically, you'll have two strong characters on game three if you pick Ron first. Um,
Indeed, indeed. But again, putting the pressure early on and having that first win does put Time Lord on the back step.
it does, but it also means that Sword doesn't have Kasane, Enra, or Natori anymore.
Yes, but again, it's always important to have that first win to
Yep.
just put that mental pressure on your opponent because now, if Time Lord loses the next game, Time Lord is gonna have the one defeat
Yeah, well,
on
Time
his
Lord is the
roster
next
now.
game, then it's over, and it means Sword doesn't get punished for front loading power.
Yep,
Yep.
indeed, indeed. But again, the strategy most of the time, most of the strategy is just putting pressure on your opponent on the first turn. So both players pick their strong suit. Sword, I didn't see Sword played much. I see them really active on the Discord. So by the way, guys, also go on the Lying Wings Discord and join to talk to us or play with us. But I didn't see him much of his game, so I don't know what is his play style. But I know Time Lord was on my end. He wasn't in my group for the Bulletstorm, and a lot of mill players. So we're gonna have to see
Yeah.
what's up with them.
Sword did make it to finals in Bulletstorm.
Indeed,
Yeah.
indeed.
And used a lot of Notori and Kiriko, specifically Kiriko a lot more, from what I remember.
Yep, yep. But he still used a bit of Notori because he was using U1 Notori.
Yeah.
But I don't remember the other card, unfortunately. But I think it was Datara Uwan,
It,
Datara
it,
Uwan and Natori.
there was like this use of Uwan in both Kiriko and Notori, and when you went with Kiriko, there was a lot of Nue, and when you went with Notori, there was a lot of
I think the players
Kasane and
are
Datara.
agreeing to ban Amada from
They're both
Sword.
fanning Amada? No,
No
okay.
Maka.
No
Oh,
Amada for Time
interesting.
Lord, no Maka for Sword.
Interesting. But yeah, Sword, I don't know really much his playstyle. I know Time Lord loves to go with the alternate win condition like decking out. So we're gonna have to see, but I have a weird feeling that Time Lord is going to use at least one time Maka in this game.
I think if it's ever your opportunity to use Maka, it would be this game.
Yes, indeed, it would be. But again, nobody really cracked Maka yet because Maka has a lot of downs for her. But
Yeah.
again, she has a lot of uniqueness, and oh, it's gonna be a reverse mirror match,
We're reversing the matchups. Yay.
re- reversing the matchup on this one. But now there is no Umon and Tsuitsuki for Time Lord, but they're gonna have to make another ban. So that's
Yeah.
gonna be interesting.
I
And
does Sword go for the cheeky Kiyohime Dodo Mr. at?
probably or
Well,
maybe.
you would want to, and I really like to do that on Kiriko, but it's really bad into Notori again.
Yep, it is really bad. Really bad. So, the only thing, the worst thing that could happen right now is both players picking Kiyohime.
Oh, then we get the
So,
worst
and
game ever.
that's gonna have the worst game ever for Sword because Time Lord just gonna have that sweet time, but Sword is gonna get punished for it.
I think if Time Lord
Let's
picks Kiyohime here, he probably has
Kasane.
a good out.
Okay, so we're gonna see the cheeky combo for Nue
New
Kasane. So
Akiriko.
I
Alright.
have a weird feeling that Sword's gonna ban the Tara. I have a weird feeling.
I feel like if you ban Tatara, you pick Kiyohime. Like, Kasane Kiyohime is still good on Notori.
Yes, indeed, absolutely, absolutely. But I'm still thinking that Sword might want uh Dathara out,
Yeah.
or Time Lord just wants to get the ban on
Oh,
Enro. I guess Sword doesn't want to get
okay.
his own medicine. Haha, see what I did there? Whole medicine
Yeah,
on Notori. Yes, I'm sorry about that, guys.
no problem.
Cracking jokes once a
Yeah,
time.
so problem
So,
cards for the
oh,
Kasane matchup are Suitsuki,
oh,
Datara,
and Suitsuki gets banned.
Suitsuki gets taken out. So the question
Yep,
is, does Sword take Datara to beat out Kasane Notori, or does Sword take Dodome to do maximum reload rush strat?
that could be an idea,
Because
but
you could get a full Nue on turn one if you wanted to.
I don't know. So we don't see Enro. Enro and Kasane are out for sword. So I think you're probably right. Dodome is probably gonna be the call on this one to get the maximum reload on Nue the fastest way he can. But what Time Lord is gonna do on this one? Because again, Time Lord is on the back foot, so he has to pick a strong loadout or something that can beat a rush strategy from Kiriko. But again, he lost Uwan and Sutsugi, so the two most guns with disruption are gone. We saw Time Lord looking at for a Datara, so
Datara,
it's
yeah.
going yeah, it's going to be a double Datara. So
Playing
Kasane
against
Datara.
Nue, Kiyohima's not actually that great, so you just pick the Datara for extra control points.
Yep, that's gonna be ooh, oh my god. So
So looking ahead into game three, we see that both players have Kiyohime, uh, Dodome, and Hakumen left.
that's actually funny. I have
So
an inch.
we're going to see something similar, like one thing at least shared between the two players if they get to game three.
Absolutely, but again, if they go to game three, because we know that the Bulletstorm setup is really potent and really consistent. So, what in that scenario, if you were to go on game three, what would be the your setup on this one?
So
No, knowing that you have Amara, Ran, Ibana, and Maka is available.
yeah, so I would try to pick Dodome because Dodome is probably one of the most powerful guns when you have this few choices. And I would ban Amada if I was Time Lord because Amada against Hibana and Ron, the Dodome gets really good value off of it. I think no matter what, it gets value off of it. So I feel like Amada is
Hmm.
probably just scary.
Yep.
I'd say you pick Ron and you go for
Ran, Dorome, Kyoime.
you go for a let's go.
Oh, you're going for a let's go strat, so you're gonna pick Dorome for that rush.
Yeah, you pick Dodome for the extra turn, and actually I
S-
don't know if
s-
you pick the extra turn.
so you want to go like extra turn with the let's go. But
Yeah,
but again,
uh,
to be honest, I would in that
actually
scenario,
that's not even
in
you
that
don't go for a let's go. That doesn't trigger well with Kiyohime. I think you pick Dodome. If you play Kiyohime, you go for um, the life gain one, hold on. And if you
mhm.
get left with Hakumen, you go for let's go.
Hold on is a low. It's like a rogue pick for Ron, but I did try a couple of setup with Ron with the Hold on, and it can hold on to itself with
Yeah.
the other loadout. But again, it's gonna be an interesting game three, predicting that Time Lord is going to win this one. But
Well,
again, tides can turn really
yeah.
quickly on Gun and Gun, so we will have to wait. But on game three, it's gonna if there is a game three, it is going to be really interesting to see what they're gonna play. On game three, for me, I would play Maka on this one because with the gun that we have left, there's a lot of damage output going on. So having that extra health could be useful.
Yeah. There's also the idea of stalling out because there's two life gain guns left.
Yep, indeed. Oh, two live gain. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kill Me does have support for
There's
getting health, but it's not mainly that. So we're gonna see a free shot and a poison shot from
yeah
Time
the old
Lord.
Datara standard getting both status effects in.
Yep, yep. The freeze and the poison. But yeah, stalling out for game three might be a good call on this one also if there is a game three because with
Oh, we also
uh
saw a discharge on an AP shell.
indeed indeed I guess Time Lord wants to limit the amount of damage he received for this. Oh, we're gonna see one reaction and a draw four for the
Draw
end of the
four. No
turn.
load on the
No
Kasana. Interesting.
load,
That card
no
must be really
load.
important.
Two portable capacitor loaded in for
That's
sword.
early. Ooh.
That is early, I think.
Recharge.
Ooh, that's going to, ooh, one.
Going straight
So
into
now we
Nue.
can now we can charge four bullets technically.
Yep.
So ice speed recharge charge. Oh, I think he can shoot the Inuit this turn, or it's gonna be no, it's
No,
gonna be
not this
next
turn.
turn.
Next
It's
turn.
gonna be next turn though. Yeah.
Yeah. You can manual for that up to 3, and
So
then 4,
so
5.
yeah. So right now it has two bullets, so you can portable capacitor for two. Then the new Ace ability. We
Yep.
always forget that. So it's
Oh,
gonna be
Nue's
three
ability.
reload.
Oh my gosh, it has a. Yeah.
So he
He
can
also
have.
kept a card.
He also kept a card, so it didn't load manually into the new way.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
That
So
card must be important again.
so maybe a AP shot because probably he wants to set up the kill for the third turn.
What are the chances that that's Thunder Charge shot is the card he kept, and he's looking
I
to just Thunder Charge next turn?
I do not think it would be the case. I really do not think so. The only thing that could stop Sword right now from winning would be the interception from Datara that nullifies all damage. That would be
Yep.
the only thing that screw him up real bad.
Hmm.
Because right now, uh, Sword does have game. Does have game because 14 from Nue, then loading up maybe an AP shot for 16, then maximum reload for another 14 and Time Lord's gonna go for the big
Yeah.
damage this
You
turn.
you can't fire that unless you're under 15. You can't fire it a second time.
True. And also, I think both players completely forgot, and also ourselves that free shot, free shot did not, they didn't load up free shot
Oh yeah,
manually.
though there was a free shot. That's why Sword didn't manually
Yep.
load last turn. Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
now we know. So now we know.
I was wondering about
So
that.
and there's also poison shot. So he didn't. I hope he didn't draw from the deck. And we see a
I don't
Riku.
think he did.
We saw we seeing
No,
a
that was a
Riku.
bash.
Oh, that was a bash.
It was a bash
Ooh,
into rush.
a bash into
Or
rush. Oh, that's gonna be
the
interesting.
sorry, blast. Blast is the one that gets rid of
Yep.
reactions. Bash is the one that prevents a gun from firing. If we see a bash this turn, that'd be neat.
I think that's what Time Lords goes for because I think he knows that if he doesn't play his cards right, he's gonna lose for a second time in a row because
Yeah,
the again he can Sword can just seals the deal with the Tara and just wins
yeah.
it.
So I think we see a bash into the Nue.
I think that's gonna be the
Yep,
right
there's the
call.
bash. And
There's the
then I think
bash.
we load all these things, fire in, and try to get to
Yep.
7 so that next turn you can big idea into the bash again to keep locking down the Nue.
Yeah,
Because
I think that's gonna be I think that's gonna be the call because right now,
yeah,
Sword has the potential of winning the game really quickly. But
yep.
again, the thing that's gonna be interesting also is that if he can shot the new way, he can probably use the card that we always the card I always forget the name about. The
Thunder
one
Charge?
that's the yes, Thunder Charge.
Yeah, he
Because
could.
he could use Thunder Charge on his turn. Oh, there's
That's
a
Shell Gen.
shell generator. Okay, AP shot on the Niue.
Okay.
So I was right on this of charging the
Putting
AP
in the
shot, but
AP shot, getting in
yeah,
16.
yeah, but I think he might use the Thunder Charge, or I
Well,
guess he's
maybe
just
he
gonna
doesn't
charge
have
the
it.
maybe he doesn't have it. Oh, that's interesting.
That's high
Oh,
speed.
that's high speed on Datara in draw
He's going
form.
to Tara. I think he's fishing for because that's
Scheme,
gonna be
a
4.
scheme. I think he's might fishing for a scheme, or I guess,
Yeah, that's gonna be
oh,
4, which means you can
and
end.
a
Okay.
reaction. Oh, I think Time Lord has this one in that case. So that's gonna be 4 unblockable damage,
Yep.
and
And he's gonna get a
normally
dig in his grave.
and yeah, and normally Sword would take 1 damage because Notori just took 1 damage.
Yep.
So that's gonna be charge 2, and Sword didn't get ping from Notori's ability, so I guess the
He
player
did.
did. You
He
did?
was a
Okay,
28.
never mind. Okay, never mind. All right, so he has a dig. He went from. All right, all right. So
Yeah.
now
So
Time Lord
now,
is on the back step.
yeah, now Time Lord is again facing certain death from the Nue and is
Hmm.
probably going to be looking for another bash.
Probably looking for another bash or something that can either charge up the Datara really quickly to clean up the bullets in the new way.
So if you can get a bash this turn somehow, you can
No,
use
Time Lord
Zatara's
is
dig to bash a third turn in a row.
true.
And there's
But right
two
now,
bashes in the deck. We know one is in the grave. So either you can get 7 voltage down and get it from hand with Big Idea.
mhm. So we're seeing a
That's a discharge. Okay.
that's a discharge. We're seeing a discharge, okay. But again, it still does not gonna
Scheme.
help. Oh, a scheme and
Discarding
blast.
Blast. Blast is
The
not,
one for that destroys reaction.
yeah,
Yep,
not too important right now, I guess.
not too important for Time Lord right now, indeed.
So if he gets 7 cards in voltage, he can get the bash back and get the bash again from the Tara.
Hmm. But
And it's possible right now.
is sort of afraid of the reaction set up by Time Lord. That's why he's not
Uh,
firing the
the
new way.
reactions are either negate 3 damage, negate 5 damage, or negate all damage, and I don't think
Yep.
that's important.
I do think it is important in Swords situation right now because he could end the game fairly quickly if Time
Second
Lord just understood that.
discharge.
Second discharge for
I would have kept that and just loaded it.
yes.
Interesting.
I don't know how to play the Bullet Storm loadout. It's kind of too complicated for me. At the same time, I'm not having fun playing it. It is I'm not having fun playing it, and I'm not having fun playing against it. And we see a clear view.
Clear view. Okay. It is Notori with Kasane. That could be a discard 3.
Indeed, that could be a discard 3. Ooh, that could be a discard 3. But again, there is a potential comeback again from Sword, even though it's gonna be a discard for 3. Clear view again. Going to be an interesting. Oh, I think Time Lord is calculating his stuff because he knows he's on the back step.
Yeah. Oh, he's got
He
2 bullets
knows.
in there. Okay.
Let's see what he does.
I think that's the discard. Yeah.
That's
Discarding the
this.
smoke to clear view.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's an interesting.
Yeah, because
OCs.
he didn't pay for Clearview yet.
Yep.
Whoops.
Whoop- Whoops. I guess he doesn't want to get smoke discard.
Oh, he's loading it?
He's loading it, huh? There's two explosive on Datara, so now he's at three.
Yeah, so Datara's at 3 and Kasane's at 2.
Hmm. Let's see.
Oh no, yeah, he discarded the second discharge to
Okay, so now we see
Clearview.
a free shot.
Free
Ooh.
shot, okay. And that's a fire for 4 on Datara, or
Yes.
6, because 2 explosives. No reactions,
Indeed, no
and
reaction can be used.
discard
Yes.
a card, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. And
And
now,
evasion.
yeah,
Now equal.
now I think
But
you'll load
now,
the last one.
but now here's the thing. Here's the dilemma. If Time Lord loads the other bullet into the Kasane,
Oh, it's
oh,
good medicine.
good medicine. But is it gonna help? My question is he gonna heal himself or recycles
I think he's going.
resources?
Ooh, I don't know.
Nah, you see, here's the thing because if Time Lord use the Kasane right now, yes, he's gonna heal himself
Heal.
because he's afraid of the combo for the maximum reload because right now the only thing that can screw up um, Sword right now is really those reaction. So Time Lord might have bought himself enough time for um, just
Oh,
surviving a couple of more turns to win
I
and
see
then
what he's doing
discarding.
here. He's setting sword to 16 so that you can't maximum reload for 4 for
Yep,
2 shots.
for six. Maximum reload can
Yeah.
charge up for six.
You can't maximum reload for 2 shots is what I meant for the 28.
Yep, because now he has four. Yep, yep.
Oh. So Time Lord's going to draw up to 5, get a dig, and then just has to survive this turn.
I guess he has to use reaction. I guess he had to set up some reaction for the Kasane because there's not much thing that can. It's gonna be a tough matchup. Like we said, the Kasane, Datara, and Natori loadout is just a rough one
It's very
to fight.
powerful.
It is really powerful.
So do you dig for bash to bash the Nue? Or do you dig for like smoke? Or do you dig for a vigor or something?
I think I would go for the bash. To be honest,
Okay.
I think I would go for the bash.
So I think I would dig for vigor because you know your opponent can't kill you this turn, and either you're bashing, um, you gotta dig for bash or vigor. Either you're bashing so that they can't fire a Nue at you and you're just looping that,
Mhm.
or you're
So we see
going
a
for a
shell gener.
sneak
So we
attack.
see a shell generation.
Yeah, shell gen the AP. All right, high speed recharge, I guess.
High speed. I Yeah, that's gonna go on the Datara for sure.
Yep,
Now
get
draw
another
two.
dig.
Now high
High
speed
speed
recharge
number
again.
2.
High speed
Sword is
again.
looking low on cards. I guess
Indeed,
both players
indeed.
are looking low on cards.
Yup, yup. Both of
Also,
them
for
have.
all of you in chat, apparently, feel free to talk about the game.
So that's gonna be 16, and he doesn't have any reaction for it. He just plays
Oh, he just
recoup.
takes the 16, recoups? Yeah, yeah.
Oh god, and maximum reload.
Oh,
That's
right.
well
Setting your
played.
opponent to 16 isn't good because you're taking
More.
1 from firing the Nue.
Is it a GG? I think it
That's
is.
game because he gets to load in 6 cards and
The
then shoot.
Again, now the only thing that can save Time Lord right now is if he has interception and it's
It was
another
recoup
recoup.
number 2.
Recoup number two, 2-0 for Sword on this one. What a comeback. Now Sword is 1-1.
Yeah, all right. Sword has
Sword is
picked up
now
a
1-1.
win.
picked up a win.
and is going to sleep.
That's yeah. I guess Sword is just conceding on this one.
No, I mean the sword's finished. The he won both, right?
No, 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 no. Sword didn't won both. Did he? Pretty sure he didn't.
Yeah, sword won the first game.
Swords win, yeah, by taking
Yeah,
out, and now he's 2-0.
yeah. That
It,
means he wins the match.
the match and the tournament.
Uh, no.
Yeah.
Because hero beat sword, right? Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
So we were. Okay. So I was right. So he's 1-1.
yeah. He's won one, and then he's ducking out because he's played everyone.
Yeah,
Um,
he's played everyone.
so
So
sword
so now the only thing separating Euro from the win is
is Time Lord. If hero
Time
beats
Lord.
Time Lord, then he officially wins, and if not,
Yep.
then
If not, well, we're gonna
I
have
have
to
to figure
figure
something out.
because now Sword is going to sleep.
Yep.
So yeah, now just reset the table, good sir, and
Yep.
we're gonna go on the final match of this tournament.
All right, and I gotta change this out to hero.
Yep, that is a ooh, that is going to be an interesting game
All
that we're
right,
gonna have right now. Is the final round.
this
Is
is,
is Time Lord going to set up everyone to one victory, one loss? Is either one to break the game?
and then
The
if that
rule.
happens, I might have to decide by coin flip or some
Oh
other
God.
method.
Okay, so you're really gonna go for the coin flip or the rock paper scissors?
I
Really?
don't I don't know. I do have prizes budgeted out, and I am going to pay them out. So I need to decide who gets first place.
Oh God.
So if this doesn't settle it, I need to figure out some form of arbitration.
what you could do is just calculate the how much each of them finished them like with the VOD of the Twitch.
Yeah.
Just calculate how much each of them finished the match with how much health and like do a calculus and all that and be like, well, the one who has the most health still like on throughout all the matches is let's say sword. Oh, we're gonna say Ran turn
Ron
one.
start. Okay. Here we
Did
go.
did Hero hear us up on the Twitch and decide to go with Ran first?
I don't know. I feel like Ron is considered the worst character in the game so far, and just getting the worst character out of there means that for the rest of the match you just have better picks theoretically.
Yeah, but Ran can do pretty good stuff. Again,
Yeah.
at first we completely forgot that it was a errata problem that we point out again at the CEO of Flying Wing. Then get that corrected because at first Ran could only load up one card into each gun and that would be it. But the errata, the correct one was that she can load up one bullet into each gun from
Hmm.
either decks per turn, per end phase. So it is really good. It is still pretty good to rush some
Yeah.
strategy. So we're gonna have to wait. Ran can be pretty good.
Yeah.
She's an underdog. And gun, she's an underdog.
The other thing about Ron that's really good here is that she has some of the weakest stats in the game, which means she utilizes Dorome, one of the best of any character.
What I would do in that situation, I would go for Dorome and Suitsuki for Ron.
Yeah. So if you pick Dorome here,
Oh, Kasane.
oh,
Oh, what are
okay, I
we
see it.
thinking right now?
Aggro.
I guess is is Time Lord gonna go for his decking out strategy again? We're gonna have to see.
One offers quite a bit of other cards besides just decking
Okay, so
out.
we are banning Enra.
Interesting. We're seeing an Enraban?
Yeah, I just saw the Enra card flew through the table from
To the other side of the
from a
table, yeah.
hero. Yep. So we're gonna have to see. I guess.
And
Yeah.
Suitsuki. Okay.
I guess Hero just doesn't want Time Lord to get on his better loadout. So Tsutsuki ban and yeah. Oh, that's gonna
Yeah.
be interesting.
As Yeah. So I was thinking if you pick Dodoma here, you're guaranteed to have heat up be a 2 voltage one card. And that's really good for Ron's very high cost skills. Specifically, Let's Go.
Yep, I'm gonna have to say they
Oh,
both go for Aquaman. That's an
double
interesting.
Hakumen. Talk about the virtue of getting all the bad cards out first.
I guess, but again, that's an interesting loadout nonetheless from both.
Yeah, we have a push stall comp from Time Lord and a life is a resource comp from Hero.
I guess Time Lord. Yes, I think Time Lord didn't notice that he only drawed one card. Oh, that's gonna be an interesting loadout again. That is some core gun and gun loadouts right there.
Yeah.
Some janky loadout when we thought that Aquaman and one could be good.
You think Time Lord is pulling a Churcher strat and going for the turn one autocannon?
I think so. I really think so. And I guess he's
Oh,
just running the. Hmm, probably. He probably runs a churcher. I'm gonna call that a churcher.
the Churcher.
The churcher, which is running Kiriko and Aquaman, and your strategy is just to get auto cannon turn one.
Shoutouts to Churcher, our resident stats guy.
Yes, and also a coworker of mine that
Oh
we
yeah.
found out funnily that we worked at the same place, just different department, but that was pretty funny, and we still laugh at it till this day. So yeah, we're just gonna have to
Are we just
see.
seeing two agitators from the get go?
I guess so.
Is Time Lord not taking a mulligan?
I guess Time Lord
I
just
just,
doesn't want. I guess Time Lord doesn't want to do a mulligan. I guess
I
he's
mean,
just going for the throat. Just
agitators are good.
agitator against uh low
Oh, did he?
end gunner
Are they
is
talking
really
about the
good.
mulligan? I mean,
I
you might
think they
want to
probably
keep the agitators, but you might want to toss the other two cards.
I think they're talking about the I think they're talking about the mulligan thing. I do think so, or they're talking about something else, but we do see the cursor going around. I think yeah, no, I
Okay,
think
there's an agitator.
that's discard two, draw one. It is one. All right. So I guess they just talked about of playing one of them at a time.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
then you have to get
now
rid of those two cards, and then you have one card from one deck.
deciding to be the Aquaman and talking about
Ah,
the Overload
Overload
Orb,
Orb.
I guess Time Lord goes on his OG strat with Kuriko and Milling.
All
That's
right,
what we're gonna see.
let's see if I want to put this in the pad. There we go. That was bugging me. Let's
Which
see if we forget about Overload Orb.
let's see if either of them forgets about Overlord Orb.
All right, do we see a fire for one for two?
I hope not. I really hope not. Not now. I really hope not. Hero, please. Please don't. But
Yeah,
I
we're.
guess
I, I think we're firing for two and playing Flash.
playing Flash to get back the agitator to get again the discard. I guess that's gonna be the play.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So we're seeing a weird matchup right now. We're seeing a weird match right now. It is. It is simply
So
too
Hero
weird.
takes one, managed to bonk himself for one. We saw a discard, so now we get a search. I think the only viable option is Agitator.
Indeed.
Yep. And what a turn
What a turn. What
with
a start.
very limited options.
What a start of this last match for the tournament, for the community takeover tournament. By the way, for the name, do you have a code name for Oh yes, it's Endless Saga.
Yeah,
Yes, I
Operation
forgot the name.
Endless Saga. As a joke one time, we were talking about the endless saga of Gun and Gun's distribution.
Yes, because again, for those who don't know, Gun and Gun has had a lot of problem for the distribution, just because of multiple. paperwork and just verifying that the product is up to scale with what us we wanted. And of course, if Bradley, the CEO for Lying Wing, uh, likes it, because a lot of time he preferred to delay a game to make sure that the product is up to par for his liking. So it's a good thing. It's
Yeah,
absolutely a good thing.
there's also just a bunch of other little things that happened.
Yes, of
It's like
course.
every place that it could have gone wrong, something happened. It was very interesting.
Yep. And yeah, so it is technically the community takeover tournament, codename Endless Saga. And again an interesting matchup, just loading up
All right,
the
reloader coming out,
reloader coming out,
healing tube,
a healing tube,
and agitator.
agitator.
Time
Did you
Lord
know?
has not manually loaded a single time this game yet.
Indeed, not a single time. Discard through two and draw one. That's ooh, okay.
I think the last card's a rush. I think that's why.
Probably. He probably wants to have some card advantage against Time Lord's strategy on
Gain
this one.
one, load one. Are we loading
Yep.
into one?
Ooh, one.
So
Yes,
what
of
are the
course.
chances that Kiriko's sitting on a juiced up?
I think the chances are pretty high.
Yeah, there's the rush. Okay.
Either juiced up or maximum reload. But I think it's gonna be juiced up on this case, because since you gain a lot of health from the Aquaman, it's safer to pick the juiced up to get either a lot of health or a lots of milling going on.
Rush number two, and just like that, Ron has four cards.
And yep, I thought you were saying four cards in the Kasane. Like I was like, what already? Did I miss
No.
something? Oh, we sing an auto cannon.
Autocan. Oh, the
A
pressure is
auto
on.
a auto can Yes, the pressure is indeed on. And not only that, it puts a clock on Time Lords, because now he is going to lose in 6 turn guaranteed.
Oh,
And
yes.
now,
Draw first, then end of turn
yep,
effects. Yep.
yep, yep.
Nice.
And now the clock is in. All right, so Time Lord has to win in under 6 turn. So his strategy, if I were in his place, would probably go with um going for a milling, for a decking out win on this one, because uh
Yeah,
there's
we're
lesser
at under
health.
50% now.
Hey, and would you look at that? They didn't forget about the Overlord Orb.
Yeah.
They go for the antimatter shot. He shoots for it.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's for 3 mil now. He's shooting
Yes,
it. Yeah.
yep. It's going to be for three.
2 damage, 3 mil.
3 damage, 3 mil. Still at 27. Oh yes,
Yeah.
the
There goes a
antimatter.
diversion.
Here goes one of the diversion. Again, not really useful at the moment. More useful for Time Lord at this moment. He's
Overlord Orb number
playing
two.
Overlord or number two and another antimatter shot. I think Time Lord has it. I think he has the game.
It's a little early to call that.
You know what? I love to be wrong. So I'm gonna call
Uh-oh.
it now. Time Lord is going to win.
Time
And
Lord just
again,
reset his health bar.
oops.
There we go.
And
32.
and another thing about me, I love to jinx without my willing. So
Yeah, put the commentator's
and
curse on him.
yes, indeed. And just my curse on him. I'm sorry, Time Lord. I'm really sorry, but it is what it is. I do trust you, buddy, to win this one. But again, I have a talent of jinxing things up, so
Yeah.
I am sorry about that. Using Reloader to load the Aquaman for 2 bullets, and now it is Rand's turn.
Yeah, deciding to load into Hakumen instead of Uwan.
Is I think the strategy up on this one to get just the more time on the
Yeah,
clock, because it, in either cases you're gonna be able to mill the to mill in either cases with the overlord or antimatter shot. So we are seeing a blast from
Oh
hero.
yeah, blast take out the last flash. Okay.
Yep, yep. So yeah, I think the Aquaman is going to be a good call on this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Getting
like
reaction.
Time Lord has to balance between getting more turns by gaining life and ending the game faster by milling hero.
Yep, yep, yep. But I think he's on a good route because Ran still loads bullet pretty fast. And
Yep.
again, but Ran also have Aquaman. That's another thing. But I do think Time Lord has to go with the milling strat because now he's only 4 turns down.
Yeah, and I think if hero has let's go, it's never going off. You got
It's
6
never.
in voltage.
Yeah, it's never going
It's
off.
never going off. You haven't charged voltage fast enough.
It's never gonna give you.
You can't get to 15 like feasibly with this many cards,
Nope.
and
No,
especially
it's
with
not gonna
two
put.
Overlord orbs.
It might be hold on. It might be hold on.
I
Weirdly
don't
enough, it might
I don't think
be.
Hold On's even gonna do anything in this matchup.
Maybe, maybe, maybe. I don't know. Hold on might be a good. It might be a strategy. Some sort.
I mean, gaining life is fine and all, but you're just gonna deck out like before they kill you.
True, but again, Time Lord didn't use the O1 that much in this matchup right now. He didn't do anything with it.
But I mean, even then, they're Hero's got 8 cards left in his decks.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I just think it's the milling strats did win.
Oh, scheme going out. Okay.
Team going out, antimatter shot,
Antimatter shot
another one.
number 2 into Hakumen.
Yep. So that's gonna be yeah, firing
Firing
up,
for 3. Okay.
firing for 3 for so gaining 3 health and milling for 2.
Yep.
So yeah, milling for 2 and getting 3 health back.
Yep. Deal 3, gain 3.
So whoop,
Oop.
reset again. So down to 22.
I think they're both at 22 now.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
so. You were at 22. Yes, Time Lord.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
So okay. So if he still didn't load manually again,
Oh, there's a manual
this
load.
that's third. That's the third shot. I think Time Lord. Yeah, I just want to fire it up for
Yeah,
two
fire it, get
milling,
rid
one
of all
damage.
the cards in Hakumen, I think.
I think that's
Because there's
gonna
only
be a
2
play.
left.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the play.
Yep.
And
It put
and
your opponent to 4
unfortunate
cards.
and unfortunately, Ran isn't Notori, and with the bullets
That's
in the
bullets in
air.
the air. That's kind of just solidifying the win, I think.
Yep, yep, for sure. It just sort of certifying the win.
Agitator going down? Oh, yeah, is that
This
Agitator?
is this is just Time Lord BMing at this point for
I
real.
mean, he's playing his cards.
Yeah, true. But again, agitator when the game is done like that,
Game's over.
the game is pretty much over. And Ran again isn't Notori, so you couldn't play good medicine to reshuffle some of those cards back.
Yep, out of cards.
Unfortunate. Yep. Heart of the cards.
No, out of cards.
Heart of the
Heart
cards.
of the cards too. Heart of the cards were not in it for sword or for hero this
Nope.
game.
Absolutely not. But you know what was for the Time Lord?
Yeah, Time
The
Lord had
bullet.
a awesome strat going on.
Yep. But again, I would have to say it was really the bullets were in the cards for Time Lord on this one.
hmm
But
That
again,
flash turn 1, that was actually
oh,
kind of funny.
and also, yeah, absolutely. And I think they forgot about Overlord Orb.
No, they didn't.
Two, no, they didn't.
They forgot about autocannon.
Oh, true. Is it really gonna do something? Because the damage is still gonna be reduced by 2. So,
Not autocannon's damage.
Autocan's damage is considered a hit.
It's not considered a shot or skill, or
Hmm.
it's not considered a shot. Bullets in the air only reduces shot hits.
Hmm. In that case, I've said nothing.
But
I have
either
said
way,
nothing.
23 life. not gonna be able to be taken down in one turn from this
No,
setup.
no,
Not
no,
unless you're doing
absolutely
some
not.
really neat sneak attack loops.
And weirdly enough, I just realized something. The Uwan Aquaman with bullets in the air was the strats that I first used when I was on with my first appearances on
Yeah,
Line Wings talk on the
it's
game nights.
it's the classic pressure like stall out
Yep,
setup.
bullets in the air is just that good. Bullets in the air is just that good. But now with the overheat, it isn't that strong now.
Nah, and
Unfortunately,
overheat. I think Kyohime is a better life gain gun than Aquaman is.
absolutely, just yep, absolutely. Because you can now gain health on your turn and on your opponent's turn.
Yeah, it gains you health like over time and through any instances of damage you deal. And it also has so many good reaction skills. Like even better than Hakuben's.
Yep, it
Yep.
is just
Alright, so Time Lord takes game one.
a harsh game one for Time Lord. Well, for Sword, I mean. Agitator for. Yep. So now we say goodbye to Uwan, Aquaman, Kiriko, and Aquaman, Ran, and Kasane.
Yep.
That is going to be a interesting, nonetheless,
I'm just gonna group
series
these
of
up.
event.
There we go. Yeah. So the fact that Hero doesn't have run anymore means that like tanking this game one may allow Hero to pull some better resources because we saw Ron and Hakumen go away, which means there's a lot of good
Yeah,
stuff left.
true, but we did saw Kasane left, so we can't pull off the Notori, the
Yeah,
Bulletstorm loadout.
Natori and Kasane can no longer be married together.
Nope, nope. I start to think that Notori is a bit like Jinx, talking to her gun. That's how you idolize. That's how you actually. Each time you talk about Notori with Kasane, I'm like, I think it's just Jinx. It's just Jinx talking to her gun. But we did see Ibana getting banned for sword, which
Yeah,
is interesting. Which is an interesting ban. And we do see Amara
Amada
go
getting taken
down.
out. Amada also a very strong pick.
Very strong pick indeed. So that's gonna be some interesting loadouts for both of them because now let's see for sword, Notori, Kiriko, Amada, and Maka are available, but for sword only Ibana, Ran, Maka, and Notori are available. So we're gonna have to see because it can have some interesting matchup, but I do think that if both of them realize that is a well, if I were in their place, if I realize that that is a mirror match for gunner wise, I would take a automatic Dotome, like without question. If I were in Time Lord's position and I realized that it's a mirror match, I would absolutely go for Dotome.
Yeah, Dodom is really good in a mirror match.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely, because again, for those who don't know, Dorome has a card called Eat Up that it's all about matching speeds and hand size with the other on the opponent, and basically it's either you draw a card or Volt two or Volt one, sorry, or it's you Volt two and you don't draw one. But here's the thing: if it's a mirror match, you both have equal stats, so you do draw two, and you do draw one, and you do charge voltage for two, which
Yeah.
is really strong.
Yeah, you get the full effects of the card, which is kind of
Yep,
bonkers. Like most cards that are really good are like a +1, and
it is.
it's a plus.
Oh,
It's a cantrip, but it gets you 2 voltage, which is really good in certain builds.
yep. And we
Yeah,
see a Notori Amada. So Amada is a bit like Notori,
this is a
but for
fabled
overheat.
matchup.
Yep, yep, indeed, because those two are probably the two best gunner in gun and gun correct currently. So yeah,
Kiriko has her
which
spot. I think Kiriko, Notori, and Amada are among the top three.
clearly the top three are those three, and the bottom three are Ibana, Ran, and Maka. Unfortunately, though I love Maka, always my heart. Um, but yeah, oh, we see a Notori Kasane
We see
now.
Kiyohime against Notori. Oh
Oh
boy,
no.
are we gonna have an interesting match?
Oh no, Hiro, what have you done? Now here's the thing. If Hero doesn't ban
Kiyohime,
yeah, if he doesn't ban Kyoime for Notori,
Time Lord
he's
just
gonna
picks it and wins. I think it's almost an auto win.
it's almost I think it's almost not what?
Oh
No
no.
way. Oh no
Let's hope
way.
they aren't actually listening and we they don't actually
So
know what's happening. Oh my god.
so now Time Lord
Time Lord has
has the full potential to win this. So he can either torture Hero, and I meant it, by picking Kiyoime against another Kiyoime and he being Notori, or going for the Bulletstorm setup for almost a guarantee win. That is going to be an interesting setup for
yeah, if you
both of
pick
them.
Kiyohime here, you almost always win the game because
Yep,
all you have to do is dig for Fire Absorber, and if you get Fire Absorber, you get one Fire Absorber down.
they both picked
They both picked
Dorome.
out of it. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so now I'm curious on how what were they were thinking on this,
Uh-huh.
because
So Dorame is a 2
we
voltage for Notori, and it's
okay
1
so
voltage draw 1 for Amada.
but we know that Dorome Dorome Kiyoime with Amara is pretty good. We
Hmm.
know that. Um, but Dorome Kasane with Notori is a bit surprising when he had the clear path for the Bulletstorm.
Maybe he doesn't know it, and maybe they're not listening to us. So they don't know
Well,
that
actually, if they don't listen to us, that's pretty good
yeah,
because
no, it is better if they don't
that
listen to us.
yeah that proved that they are focused on their game and they don't want to us to like distract them.
Yeah.
But again, that is surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Like that's good from for us that they don't listen to us. But again, that's also weird from them to both pick Dorome.
Yeah.
For me, I'm just surprised that both of them picked Dorome, because if I were Time Lord in this position, I would either pick Kiyoime or like Datara, but for sure Kiyoime
I'd
just to guarantee
100%
the win.
Kiyohime. But the thing is, like, we've both looked at Kiyohime. I've looked at Kiyohime a lot. So I know,
Yep.
like, everything about why Kiyohime is good against Notori. And maybe they just, like, haven't figured it out yet. Like, it's
I
possible because this game isn't out. So people
True,
aren't.
the game isn't out, but your VODs of you and I playing are still up, and I'm surprised that no one took the time to look at them,
I,
because we did break down the Notori Kiyoime synergy and just interaction. So I
yeah.
am really surprised that no one just didn't dig into it.
No, I don't know.
And
This
yeah,
game.
I know that you are I know that you loved a lot Kiyoime, and I know that you know all the things to know about Kiyoime, and I do also, because I was there a couple of times. I might not know all the things because I think you digged up a bit more than me in the overeat and some of the interaction with, again, Notori, because you are a absolute fan, if I say so myself, of Notori. Surprised that you don't have a poster of her already or something.
I don't know how to get one of those.
Well, there's art on, I don't know. There's probably a way that you can do it,
Yeah.
like a homemade wallpaper, or homemade I don't know, homemade poster. That could be an idea for Bradley.
No,
Goodies, gun and
goodies.
gun goodies. Yes.
That that would be cool to take home from like tournaments and conventions.
Oh, absolutely. And at this rate, why not the body pillow, huh? Why not?
Look, she's
Hey,
purple. Purple's a good color.
look. Oh, that's why you love Kiyomi so much. It's also
The
purple.
Kyuhyun is also purple, but
Okay, okay. I
yeah.
see. I see now you're thinking now. Like, so in that thinking, you also love Thanos, right?
Eh,
But he's purple. Why you don't
eh,
like him? What's up with him?
he's fine. I'm not really a fan of Marvel to like for the most part.
No, it's totally fine. I was just
Yeah,
joking
it
around.
is. It's good.
Okay, so um,
I wonder what that is.
so we just see a big load up for
I think he's just
into
yeah loading
yeah,
three into
loading in.
Kasane, hitting
Yep,
for 7
yep. Hitting for 7.
or 8 because explosive shot. I didn't even see
Yep,
that.
and
Sneak
sneak
attack.
attack.
Oh yeah, just
He's going all out. He
oh,
doesn't
and
care.
that's counter. You know that's counter.
Oh, it's absolutely a counter. So I guess now, but here's the thing. Killing Me does have the most reaction out of all the guns in Gun and Gun. So
hmm
I don't know if Hero gonna do something about it because it does have a lot of good reaction. So
Yeah, its
he
reactions
might.
aren't that great against Donome or Kasane. Like there's reduce 5, which is good. There's reduce there's recoup, which is doesn't reduce damage at all. And there's a 2 cost reaction that reduces the damage by half, which
Hmm.
is unfortunately only 3 on either gun. So the 2 cost reaction is actually kind of bad, but it loads 2.
Yep, indeed. So we're gonna see Eat Up
And another heat up.
first. Yep,
Yeah, the issue here is that like any burn counter is just going to hit you back.
yep. But it does do more damage to
It does do
Natori.
more damage, but we're talking
Again,
about someone at 17 life. Okay, fire absorber. There we go.
Fire Absorber. Okay, there you go.
Fire absorber is what you're looking for. If you don't have fire absorbers, you lose.
Again, the situation would have been really bad if Time Lord would have picked also Kiyomi in that scenario because it would have been a pain with burn counters against Notori. But now, I do think the burn counters against Notori could be a good idea to just chip a lot of damage. We're
Yep.
gonna see the Dotome fire it up.
Yep. I don't remember how many cards that was, but
Oh,
fire
do you think?
absorber.
Do you think it's reversal? Do you think Ero's gonna pull off another reversal? Because
Let
he's
me-
setting up for it.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. But yeah, I do think Ero is
Yeah. So fire
going to say
absorber.
yeah,
Yeah, he's taken
yeah,
2.
yep. He's setting up for it. Is exactly saying it is setting up for it.
Yeah. So fire absorber here just nullifies Notori's reaction damage. Like it it
Indeed.
just gets rid of her passive. That is all it does
Well,
right now.
what it's going to do though is that if Time Lord fires Dorome for 7, he's going to take 14, and that's not good. That's simply just not good. He's going for a heat up, and he has 3. So what does he have up his sleeve?
I mean, that's either a bad medicine, which is good, or
I think it's a good medicine.
you
Weirdly
think it
enough,
could be a good medicine?
weirdly enough, I think it's a good medicine because both decks, both Kasane and Dorme use a lot of action. So reusing those action to either, you know, loop good medicine really fast and loop last stand and other stuff could be actually good on their hand. And
Heat up
and
does.
don't forget, Dorome also has recall. So recall plus the good medicine to just reuse a lot of the resources might be one of what Time Lord is going for.
I think Time Lord drew off of heat up.
both of them reads the card,
Yeah.
and they both realize that they did a mistake, and they point out that they don't
Yeah,
have the
because
speed
he
or
got 2 voltage. It's just
yep,
the card draw. Because Notori has a higher hand size, which is
indeed,
not.
indeed, indeed.
Let's see.
Yes, we do. We
We
can go
can,
back
in
for a
fact,
minute.
rewind. I'm rewinding 20 seconds to see if that does it. Did that do it? No.
No, I don't think so. We again,
One more?
yeah,
Oh boy. Oh boy. We waited a bit on that, didn't we?
yep.
Oh boy.
I think you
Yeah, that
can.
was that was a whole minute.
Yeah, because I think they was just
Oh,
thinking
okay, we're
about.
good.
Okay,
Oh,
cool,
I was okay.
cool, 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 cool.
There we go.
There you go, even.
Okay, okay. He had his hand. All right. I didn't go too far.
All right, good stuff.
Here we are. All right, yeah. So a good medicine, again, back to what we were talking about, is a neat
I
idea here.
I think good
Um,
medicine is going to be a good call for with just Dorome because again Dorome has recall. You can reuse resources again. Sorry about that. You can reuse resources and again with good medicine you can gain health and again reshuffle those recall that you can't reshuffle with recall.
yeah,
So
but
technically you would have infinite resources with that setup.
okay. So we loaded 3 into Dotame and then fired.
He fired and
So
then decided to go flame wall.
flame wall to reduce by 5. So I would have loaded those into Kasane. It does 1 more damage and hits you for 3.
Bad
Bad
medicine.
medicine. Okay, I was gonna say I would
Yeah,
have
I
gone for
heard you. I heard
big
you said bad
idea.
medicine. Okay, big
I
idea.
would have gone for big idea just because of sneak attack Kasane. That's just kind of the thing.
So now it is start
But
of the turn of your of Hero's turn. So now when is gonna be Time's turn, Time Lord's turn. Yeah, he's gonna have to mill himself for 4 and deal 4 damage. That is going to be that is a double clock on Hero now.
yeah, so this is like a situation we saw with the autocannon where
Yep,
it's like a 4 turn clock now
yep.
on just this
Now
skill.
now I'm just imagining, hey, wouldn't it be great to have all cannon and battle medicine at the same time to really push the clock to its limit?
Maybe. But here's the
Totally,
thing.
maybe.
We have we have 2 very interesting ideas. So Hyohime has Fire Absorber, and that's good against the
Hmm.
life loss portion, as long as you can keep gaining life. Alright, so that's a way to outpace the life loss.
Hmm.
And Nodome has 4 copies of Recall, which is a way to pace the mill.
But again, at some point, the recall can't recall
Yeah,
the recall.
at some point you run out of recalls, and at some point, like the life loss overpowers the life gain from Fire Absorber.
So now fires for. I don't know, I didn't saw it.
I think it was 5.
Fire for 5. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hold up, hold
Fire
up. There's
Absorber
some.
again.
No, it's on Time Lord's turn.
Yeah, no, Hero lost a life and then didn't gain a life from Fire Absorber.
Yep. Let's say oops on their part.
Uh,
Oh, now, oh, what is it? It's gonna be a counter. So counter on the Doromai, just to chip a bit more damage. A bit more damage. So now it's still in a predicament right now because Heroes has 18 and Time Lords has 23 cards. But now Heroes gonna go down to
You're just gonna lose 4 cards and 4 life, going down
Yep,
or 5 life because of the oh no, 4 life because Fire Absorber bricks Centauri's passive.
indeed.
But he's gonna go down to 8 life against a Kasane and a Dodome.
And also let's not forget that there's a small clock on Time Lord because Hero did shoot with the Kyoime, so there's one burn counter.
Yep. Um. So here's the thing though, is that we have 12 cards in the voltage for Amada.
Is it Embrad Dusk or is it Reversal?
They're
Or is
both
it
good
neither?
here. So a reversal would negate probably 7 damage, and in doing so, like it would deal 14. So it's almost like a kill. And Embers at Dusk would just prevent both things from firing.
Indeed, indeed, we will have to wait.
Is he gonna take 2 to draw 2?
I don't think it's the right time to take damage, especially when your life is that low.
Yeah. Well, so if he had Embers at Dusk, he might want to. But if he has Heartseeker,
Yep. And now technically a fire
fires over
absorber.
again.
Yep, fire absorber trigger.
Yeah. Luckily, that fire absorber is preventing Notori from just massively. What are we doing?
Now they're doing the bad
Oh,
medicine.
yes, that's the bad medicine. I forget bad medicine mills. Why do I always forget that?
I don't know. So now the clock is really low. Oh, so we see a blast.
Blast.
Oh, that's
Taking
gonna
care of the
be
last
huge.
reaction.
No, there's another one right here. There's another one
Yeah,
at the
taking
left
care
of
of
the
this
fire absorber.
reaction.
Yep.
Yeah, that's heat assimilation. That's the one
Yep.
that reduces by 2. Or
Yep. That's kind of huge. That's kind of really huge.
right, that's the recoup.
Yep. So now we see we see a
A
rush.
rush. Okay.
A rush on the
Looking for
Kasane.
more cards.
Do we see a rush on the Kasane deck, or we see a
Oh, I
rush on
think
the
he laid a
Kasane?
counter.
I'm pretty sure he laid a counter. Oh, so we see another
Another
rush.
rush.
Now
Oh,
drawing two for Dorome or from Kasane? Again from Kasane. Is he setting up for a last end? Assimilator, you mean Absorber?
or sorry, this thing. Yeah, every time you rush, every time you use the rush button, you get like your opponent gains a life.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
So yeah, that's one of the whole interaction with Natori against a Kyoime, but like Fred and I talked a bit earlier, if Natori has a Kyoime and facing a gunner with Kyoime, that's a whole nother story. That is a whole nother story. So now because of it, Time Lord might not have lethal on the game this turn.
yeah, each rush is just pushing hero up a little bit more.
Indeed, indeed. And that doesn't help because the Kasane also gonna. Oh, that's one. That's another
Each
one.
explosive bullet also gives him a life.
Yup.
Okay, I think they got that. Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
we can also
fire
talk about
strike.
how much Kiyohime is good
Oh,
against
reverse.
Kasane.
That's no. That's huge.
That's
That's
lethal,
game.
is it
That's
not?
game.
No. How many?
No, it is game because
How many?
the fire bullet. There were two of them, so that would be six.
Yeah, hits for 12.
12.
He got it. Yeah.
Got it. 2-0.
I was like, wait, because each of those
No,
explosive bullets,
it's not 2-0. It's one
it's
one.
one on. It's 1-1. Yeah, Time Lord won the first game.
Yup. So we go to game three.
We're going to game 3.
We going to game three, people. Let's go. That's game. Wow, the
Oh,
reversal. Again, another win by reversal from Eero.
I
Is
know
Eero
it's
gonna?
called Heat Seeker or whatever, or Heart Seeker, but reversal just.
It just rolls better,
er-
it just goes, you know. But now is the question: is Eero a Imada main? Okay, so now we have an interesting loadout. Maka, Kiriko, Notori against Ran, Ibana, Maka. Oh shoot!
All right.
In that situation, what you would do?
Um. So I like Ron, and I think given Time Lord's choices, I don't know if Maka would be
Maka
useful.
has been banned. Maka has been banned. I repeat, Maka has
Maka's
been
and
banned.
Maka never gets to play.
No. Well, Maka did play a bit
Yeah.
on the other matches, but just a bit, just a tiny bit.
I don't know if Maka could have used those last guns very well.
Um, yeah, there's a possibility. There's some options. There are some options. But now Time Lord has to choose which he's gonna ban from
Wait, Hero still
Eero.
has Notori on the board?
Yup,
Oh my gosh. Right, Hero picked Ron first.
yup. He picked Ron first. He picked Ron first, but I think he did ear us about the Ran strategy when he was not playing against.
Oh yeah. We did talk about that. It's possible that you just get rid of your weak cards, so you play your power cards
Yep,
first.
Maka is out. Both Maka
Yeah.
are out.
Time
So
Lord
are
has the choice between Hibana and Ron, and then we
and
have Natori and Ron, I think?
Kiriko.
No,
No.
Kiriko. We have Natori and Kiriko for Hero, which are usually considered some of the best characters in the game.
Oh, and
Natori not
he's
being played.
Ibana. So here's my twist on it. If I were Time Lord on this situation,
I liked Ron. Given the last three guns he had, they all had load one.
yeah, but weirdly enough, I would go with Tuitsuki with Ibana. Again, I just think it is just the
Oh,
way
he's
to do
got
it with
Suitsuki
Ibana.
left?
Yeah,
Yeah, you go Suitsuki and something else, and you just go for a big Sengo Anabi.
yep, yep.
Yeah.
I think at this point, what would it be? Nue Tuitsuki. You just stall
Yeah, you
for
get
Sengo
one Nua
Anabi.
hit, and then you just. Okay.
Tatara Nue.
Tatara
So,
works.
oh no, he didn't have Tuitsuki. My mistake.
Oh no, he had Kiyohime and Tatara. Yeah, so now they're each
So,
going to pick which gun the other person plays, essentially.
oh, that is some weird blowed out,
Yeah,
but I like it.
this last game requiring that you pick your opponent's last gun is so interesting.
Yep, absolutely,
Because
absolutely.
you're picking lesser of two evils here, and they're just so weird.
Now, again, I just think it's a no-brainer for Kiriko's part to pick maximum reload. But again, you could use Juiced Up on a fully charged Datara to make sure that either that you don't get hit by none of the reaction card from Kiyohime. That could be a strat. And it's going to be an interesting matchup, that's for sure. It's going to be an interesting matchup. I don't know what they're gonna pick. Hmm. Again, it's really an alley fight, a alley fight at this point. Some weird loadouts like that. Ooh, interesting. Huh. What would Ibana pick at this point? What would be the best course of scenario for this?
So you're not generating voltage very fast, but you do have Tibana's charge up. So
You could either go for
I think you still go for
Senko Anabe.
Zanguanabe.
You can either go for Senko Anabe or you can go for Oboro Bashiri because you do generate a lot of voltage quite fast. So Oboro Bashiri could be a solution. Could be a solution for that. It's gonna be weird, but Senko Anabe is also a good option on this one. But personally, I will go with Oboro Bashiri. Since you do gonna lose a lot of health just because of the Datara, I do think that it's a better matchup. We'll have to see. Last match of the tournament.
Yep.
Let's see if Time Lord is going to make you suffer for choosing something.
If Time Lord takes this, I think I actually, given normal tournament rules, I think I have to give it to Sword because he was the only one who won a match 2-0.
True.
Yeah, and I think that's.
Nope.
I'd have to
Nope.
look up the tournament.
Nope.
Uh,
I think there's a fail. I think there's a fail. I think there's a fail. There is a slight mistake. There is a yep. There is a slight mistake on Time Lord's part, and he didn't see it. His reaction is
if
flipped
his
up. I
reactions face
repeat.
up.
Yep. I repeat. His reaction is faced up. I repeat. Ibana's ability to charge up too. I repeat. He did goofed. He
I
did
think
goofed.
he tried to. I think he thinks it's a portal capacitor.
No. I think no. He set it up. Then in the same selection, because it happened too fast, he put the face down card. He put the there you go.
Okay. So
Because
what
he
were
put
those two cards that went into the grave? Was that scheme?
it was a scheme and
Oh,
a
okay.
discharge.
Discharge. Okay, so he's played scheme.
Yep, he played scheme.
Yeah, playing scheme's pretty good though.
Oh,
Because then yeah, playing the scheme lets you put the cards from the grave into the
also a
voltage
scheme Puerto
scheme. All
Rico.
right. Simple everyday things. We got a
Oh, save
free shot.
poison, free shot.
Yeah, so Kiyohima's reactions are going to be good against Nue, but they don't do anything against Zatara.
Yep, yep, indeed. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
That's why I was talking about that either Eero took either maximum reload because it's a no-brainer with Kiriko,
hmm
or he did pick juiced up to go to do a big amount of damage without getting blocked by
Ah, the
the reaction.
uncounterable
Yep,
big shot. Yeah.
yep. That could it's a smaller new way, but it's a uncounterable new way. We see two high speed recharge
Second
part
high
of the
speed
battle for Eero.
recharge.
Yep.
Oh, he's looking for the dig. I love this idea, by the way. I used to do it with Ron. I think I played it with you. Is the looping high speed recharges off of Tatara.
I think you did. I don't recall this though.
You
We did play.
manually load two, and then you high speed
We
recharge one, and then you get a portal capacitor or a Theron reload, so that Tatara always has four bullets.
I do have to tell you that we did play a lot of matches, so I don't
Yeah.
recall all of them.
That's a strat I like. It isn't actually that good. It's good for generating voltage, but it doesn't do damage.
Well, it does damage, but not a lot. But I guess you only count on the gunner for doing the extra damage. So I guess you could run that setup with Ibana.
You can. Okay, I think
I
that's
guess.
just a hit for two and a freeze.
Yep, two and a freeze. Two and a freeze, and you can't. No, you can't use it because, hey, boy,
Yeah, you can't use
it
it
is
against
a
Atara.
nope.
And also, I think it only works on three or more hits, so but in both ways you can't use it.
Yep, I think he realized it.
Yep.
I think he realized that Tatara sometimes is just good, just too good for that. Avoiding reactions. That's what it does.
All right, so
Yep.
now
Hmm.
now Time Lord is frozen. So I think we're seeing get stuff out of my hand and fire probably. Is that a free shot?
It was
That's
a
a
free
poison
shot.
shot.
Oh, that's a poison shot.
Oh, he's not firing.
He's not firing. How intriguing is that?
I think he wants the dig from Datara. Oh, he doesn't have cards in his graveyard.
So what card would it? I think he. What would be the card?
I don't know.
So AP,
AP
TP shot,
rounds. Okay.
TP shot. Okay, okay. My question is, does he go for the big round? I do not think so. Another reaction.
Third reaction.
So that's probably the recoup and some barrier or something. And an AP shot
Second
from,
AP shot.
I guess that could be a smaller new A
Yeah,
with those
Datara
AP
can
shots.
fit AP shots. You know, I would
Yeah.
have just loaded two AP shots manually into Datara
Oh, I
and
guess he's just
passed.
gonna yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
only
yeah.
shooting for two.
Only shooting for two and pass. And again, you can't use it because it is no reaction. It is no reaction, my good sir. Time Lord, my good sir. No. No. Time Lord, my good sir. Yes, unfortunately, Datara does block your reaction.
Yeah, like at all.
It, yep, they just can't react to Datara shots. Good catch. Yep, nope. That's a no go,
That's
unfortunately.
that's why I would like if I was hero, I would have just loaded both AP rounds manually into Datara and pass turn. So that next turn you're just hitting for 8.
Yep. Oh,
All right, we're seeing a
we see two
refiller,
refill,
two
two
refillers.
refill, two
Yeah,
refillers.
refiller's good into Datara.
That's gonna be a huge hit. And again, can't react to it. So
Yeah,
now it's gonna be poison shot
yeah,
and
it's gonna
two
be
refill.
4 poison shot, get a dig.
Get it? Yeah.
I don't know what the dig is for because you got no cards in your grave.
Unless he wants to use them now because he does have four. He could use Ibana's ability to charge two Boro Bashiri, then get a dig.
Yeah, if he has a Borobashiri, he can put cards in his grave.
Does he shoot? Does he shoot?
I think he shoots.
Guess he's just going for it. Then in that case, he doesn't have. Yeah,
All
I
right,
guess
yeah,
in that
locking
case,
down the Datara.
so yeah, I guess in that case, he doesn't have the Oboro Bashiri. I guess he just as Senko Wanabe.
I mean, you can fire first and then a Borobashiri because the dig like
True,
persists to the end of your turn.
true. Oh, he has
Refillers.
refillers. Yep, I guess he just wants to use the card.
Yeah.
Refillers. 1, 2.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
just
refillers.
two. The refillers are like double bullets. They just pay off over 2 turns.
Yep, absolutely. But again, that skill card, I'm really curious about what is it
I
because
think it's
now the
Sankwanabe. But if it's Sankwanabe, like, what happens if your opponent has laid down the interception?
yeah,
Because, like,
it's a gamble. It's a gamble with Senkwanabe when your opponent has a Datara. It's the only gamble.
because Abura Bashiri is good against interception, but it's not as good, I guess.
Again, that's why the Tsuitsuki Torome Ibana with Senkwanabe is a better version of it. Are the cards in the voltage public knowledge like the Discord, the discard? Not for not public. Yeah, it's private. It's private to the player. It's private to the player. Yeah.
Yeah, you can search your own voltage, but not your opponent's. I
Indeed.
have asked that question several times because that is important to me.
Oh yeah, it is absolutely. For counting cards, yes, absolutely. But yes, like it is
Oh,
Senko Anabi.
Senkoanabe. We're hitting for
Eee,
5.
it's a small Senko Anabi, which is Senko Anabi. I would again
No
if the
reaction.
because of the loadout just generates a lot of voltage. I would have really go with Obaro Bashiri like that. You can get the dig and all that stuff. So oh my god, okay, that is
That's
huh.
an interesting one.
Yeah, it is absolutely. But yeah,
I mean,
like
I guess you could hang back and rely on Kiyohime.
I guess, but again, I'm not sure. And yeah, now he checks for the dig. And like I was saying, Tsutsuki Dorome with Ibana and Senkwanabe is a better is a better finisher for the Senkwanabe setup because the Tsutsuki as just the Tsutsuki exists, so it can break up some reaction, and also he does have I think the Tsutsuki as a card that prevent your opponent from using a reaction, but I'm not sure 100%, but I think there
No.
is. I think there is a card like that.
No, it doesn't. Suitsuki has a card that prevents extra effects from attacks and skills.
Doesn't have one that prevents reaction?
No, that's just the break mechanic if you're breaking
Okay.
reactions.
Well, in that case, the only thing that could really screw up the Senko Anabe against Zatara is the interception for 2.
Yeah.
Because breaks only breaks the reaction that are 1 or less. But if you
No, it
try to
breaks any
break a
reaction.
no, only reaction of
It only breaks mechanisms
unless
of
the
cost 1 or less.
mechanisms. Never mind then.
You don't know
But
what the cost of the reaction, so you just target reactions willy-nilly.
yep,
Yeah, there's break, there's blast from Kasane.
yep,
There's theoretically wiping your opponent's hand, because if they don't have cards in
true,
their hand, they can't activate it.
indeed. But
And
again, we talk about if you have Dorome Tsutsuki, so you don't have like the blast or the discard
yeah,
of
if you have
Spell
Dodoma's
Break
Uetsuki, the only thing you have is Dodoma's
Tsutsuki.
break, or Suitsuki's break. Dodoma has a card that prevents all effects except for reactions.
Yeah, it's useless except for reactions. So yeah, it is an interesting matchup and an interesting choice from Time Lord using the Sync Wannabe and choosing the Sync Wannabe. It is now Hero's turn and he goes for a
High speed
high speed
recharge.
recharge.
High speed recharge. Yeah,
Again,
I think he dug the
that's
high
the
speed
fourth.
recharge off of Datara. All
That's
right.
gonna be 16.
I think he's just
Dig.
moving them to count. Yeah, this
Oh,
is it's 5 bullets, so it's either 12 or manual load 16.
yep, it is gonna be 16 damage, I think.
Yeah, it's coming in for 16.
And imagine that Time Lord has set up the
Luckily
oh
there's a whole
no,
host of reactions.
but no interception. How? Oh, that would have been technically.
Heat assimilation, not the one I would have used.
I guess you're gonna. I guess you want to put that on the Kyoima at this point to try to burn your opponent.
They're both at weird spots because if you put it in Kiyohime, then you don't manual load it. If you put it in Datara, then it's at 3, so you only manual load it once. I think
Hmm.
you're right putting in the Kiyohime because then you can fire and then load it again. Or you could just go for the 5.
Indeed, but now it's maximum reload just for loading 6.
Right, so we've already seen Nue fire. So either we're seeing a reload into Nue,
Yeah, of course we're gonna see a reload into
or we're
Nue.
seeing a load into Datara for a dig, which is also a cool option, but oh, this is a
Oh,
fabled combo.
this is wow,
This is something
wow.
that I've been teching up for the longest time and I never got it to work. Is the maximum
Wow.
reload into Thunder Charge.
Yo,
It,
this.
it's brutal.
Yo, I'm just gonna give it a clap. I'm just gonna give it a couple of claps because
Well played by Hero here.
that is that was a huge turn, and with that, it kind of guarantees the win for Hero.
You would think, but the thing is, the only way Hero can deal 12 damage is by either putting 4 bullets into Nue or attacking with the Tara 6 times.
No, 3 times.
Okay, over 6 turns with manual load.
Oh, he did use all his high speed recharge.
Yeah, so like high speed recharges are gone. A
But
portable
again,
capacitor probably isn't
but
alive anymore because all the Nue cards are gone.
but again, like I said, the thing is that Time Lord doesn't. I guess the game is gonna be decided on the tread because Senko Nabi is gone.
Yep.
No more bullets into the Kiyohime for that sweet burn damage. Four four damage over 2 turns and 21. That is going to be a slow end, and it might end up in deck out for Time
Yeah.
Lord might win by deck out.
Yeah, so if Hero doesn't load into Nue, he decks out.
He loads into.
He loads poison shot. Oh no. You're supposed to load AP. Oh no, AP's not there. Oh, it could be there. You could have lost.
I guess he didn't choose what card he wanted to go
No, he might not have
there.
chosen. So there's the 2 manual load. You don't have
You don't
enough
want to
cars to deal 12 damage with the Tara.
you
It's not
don't
really
want to
possible.
show you don't want to show now. Watch out, hero. He does.
He's shooting.
He's shooting and blocks
Yeah, blocking
Kiyohime.
Kiyohime so that you don't get fire absorbers. Fire absorber and 1 burn counter. It's essentially the way you kind of lock this game.
Oh my god, this game is going to end up like it's gonna be
Yeah.
close. It's gonna be a close one.
So we're sitting at 4 cards left in deck and 4 in hand for hero, and Time Lord is at 9 life, and there goes a freeze
So
shot.
freeze,
Is that 2
and
freeze?
poison. It is two.
2
I
freeze.
think
Why
two
do that?
freeze.
Why not just load 1/1? Oh no,
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know, but I guess he wants to go for the
Reaction? Okay, reaction not so great. Has to draw from Datara.
yeah. But it's not that bad. I think I know what Time Lord wants to aim for.
Oh, he was sending down the reaction on purpose, because Nua is the only thing you have, so Flame Wall is really good here.
It's actually protective barrier for. Oh no, flame wall. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry, got confused with
it's the
the.
same card.
It is indeed the same card, but different name. But now,
All you have to do is reduce damage from Nue, because Datara can't kill you. Scheme is going to kill Hero.
he- what did he? Why does he do that? I
He's
guess he
scheming?
just concede. I
Okay,
guess.
so Hero can't go below 4 cards anymore. If he does, he dies on the end of his turn.
Yep. So what does he aim for? I think Hero just concedes it. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Hero just concedes it because he doesn't have any more resources. He can't load up. Can't do much. And even though he's go for a stall, it's not gonna happen because Time Lord has more cards in hand and he can load up the Kiyohime for.
The Time Lord only needs to put 1 counter into the Kiyohime, and then fire it once, and then he wins this game.
Yup, yup. Because even yeah, there's nothing. No,
No, I mean not under 4.
oh, he's not under four though.
Yeah,
It is
that's the he can
though.
use 1 card in his hand.
Oh god. Yeah, I think Time Lord has it because there's no way for Hero to discharge
Discharge.
for
That
nothing.
doesn't do anything. I think
Yeah,
Hero
no,
realized the position he's in right now.
I think heroes know that he just can't win now. There is literally no way for him to win. I think Hero just blew
I
it.
I think we're at the end of the game.
Because, yeah, Time Lord has all the resources left. Sure, his life is low, but he has all the resources left.
I think Hero just passed. Yeah.
Again,
Time
I
Lord's
think
playing a
Hero just
scheme.
passed a scheme, but yeah, now he's gonna
Now you're
draw
just
from
looking for a
Kiyohime.
fire absorber. I mean, you're not really even looking for anything. You're just putting 3 cards in Kiyohima and
Yeah,
winning the game.
I. Oh God, I guess Time Lord did it. The
What?
1-1-1, the 1-1 lineup for everyone.
Yeah.
Well, Fern, start thinking about the solution because I don't see any way. I don't see how you're gonna do it.
Yeah. So I don't like because any solution that involves picking a winner through more games involves essentially another round robin. Um, so I'm going to do some research probably tomorrow
About
on
the
on
or maybe
ties
you just
and tournaments.
okay,
Yeah, because
okay,
there is like a lot of already done work on that. There's like point values and how many wins versus how many losses. There's
yeah,
a bunch of ways to determine it from when I played competitive card games like Magic and
yep.
Force of Will.
Hmm.
So I just need to go look one of those up and be like, yeah, that's how you do it. And
Ah, I didn't know you were playing. You played Force of Will.
yeah, I did. I just played some jank in Force of Will.
Oh, it's fine. I always play some jank. Like for me in Yu-Gi-Oh, I play Crystal Beast. I love Crystal Beast, so I play Crystal Beast.
Eh. Okay, so that's
Yep,
the one card from Hero here.
that's the one card. Yep, but I think it's yeah, it's GG for Time Lord. So we're gonna end up the tournament with a draw from everyone until Fern looks it up for
Yeah. I
who's gonna win.
I think Swordsman wins by virtue of taking the only round at 2-0
Yeah,
against Time Lord.
because now for Swordsman is hold up. Swordsman is 3-2.
Yeah, if you're talking about total games, um, Swordsman has lost
Is it 3-2? No.
Swordsman has lost only 2 games.
Yeah,
If
and
Time Lord takes this, everyone else has lost 3 games.
so yeah. So technically Swordsman would have won this. Then after that it would I don't know how you would determine
The
the winner
tiebreak,
for the tiebreaker between
second
Time
and
Lord
third.
and
That actually doesn't matter because I had the same amount allotted for second and third place. So,
well, I guess we can say that Swordsman, congratulations.
actually,
Y-
determining who wins the tie on this for 1-1 is a heads up. Is the heads up match. So because Swordsman and Time Lord played each other once, it's whoever won that match is second. I know
Time
that
Lord
rule.
and swords. So that's
So I
that's
think
swords.
technically Hero ends up in third place.
Hero, yeah, Hero ends up in third place. Time Lord in second, and swords just win this.
Yeah, Hero is dead
Yeah, he's
now.
dead
Yeah.
dead. Yep, it's GG my guy. Yep, it's a win for Time Lord, which end up the tournament for a grand total of well for a grand total of yeah podium is swordsman, time lord, and hero. So yeah, congratulations everyone who
Yeah.
participated, and that was really fun though. There
Thank
were
you all
some
for
really good
playing.
there were some really really interesting matchup. It was a small tournament though. It was a really small tournament.
Yeah.
More, it feels like a local, like a
This
small
is more like
local.
an exhibition of the Depleting Arsenal rule
Yeah,
set and Overheat in general.
yeah. So if you guys want to participate on the next one, which is going to be Fire Strike, uh, be sure to join the Discord for Line Wing and sign up for it. So you guys can talk about any Line Wing games or even Gun and play with us. And yeah, it was an interesting tournament for sure. We saw some interesting loadout and decision, and I think you might have come up with some great idea for rules and formats and all that stuff. And I think the depleting arsenal is a hell of a good choice for going onward for the tournaments for
I
gun and
like it.
gun.
It adds a lot of flavor to as it goes on. Because like the first game, it doesn't feel that much different, and then you get here, and you get Hibana with
Yeah,
Kyohime and Datara somehow winning against Kirika Nue,
yeah.
which is like a staple matchup.
It's a staple matchup again, but
Yeah,
it was really interesting. Um, I don't think we have any more message other than go support Line Wings for
yeah.
other localization project and join the Discord.
Come join the
Also,
Discord. Come join
yes,
Operation Firestrike, and hopefully after that, the Gun and Gun online league series, which um, if the people over at Lion Wing can't get going, I might just have to commandeer it with Synthery and Beans and run it myself because I'm okay doing that.
you're sometimes sometimes I just think you're a mad lad. I'm like,
I
dude.
I love this game so much that I'm willing to not play it in order for other people to play it.
Well, at the same time, it's a good thing because if you were playing it, you were beating everyone.
I look.
Look, don't tell me I'm wrong.
I
Don't.
came close to losing some games.
Yes, because someone has to use your setup against you. Of course, it's a mirror match. You have to play 5D chess against
And I
yourself.
think Depleting Arsenal really takes out the just play Notori strat. So I don't think if I
And
played
I'm
this it would be
and
that bad.
with that I'm really happy about it because I was sick and tired of playing Notori, playing against Notori. So I'm like, okay, one game Notori. All right. I guess yeah. Time Lord and so we're gonna talk about
Yeah, I'm
we're
just
gonna
gonna
have a
ask them
small
if they
debrief.
want to be on stream or if they want to do it off stream.
Yep, no problem. But yeah, so that was the tournament. Again, really interesting. We saw really in interesting results, and I
All right.
do think is yeah. So we're gonna have to say to Eero that he's third. He's at third place, right?
All right,
We're
let's
gonna have
hop
to say.
on.
All right, let's do this.
Like with the refillers,
Hey
and then I
there.
messed up with what was the other misplay I did? The
Don't worry about misplays. We all have it. I know you've been away from this game for a long time. We kind of all have, and that was the point of
yeah,
bringing people
I
back
think
in.
like 5 6 months. I want like maybe like 4 or 5 months, but still, I was like, I see these new cards. I'm like, oh my goodness, like it's Amada Maki.
Yeah, what a blast though. Like honestly, having the like forced requirement to like quickly adapt to characters I've literally never seen before and guns I've never played before was a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's like you can't just stick to your thing because you have to play different loadouts every time, and
Yeah.
it gets
So
weird.
so
Yeah,
I
I,
guess
I like the setup because it prevents it from getting stale. So it's
Yeah.
interesting.
yep. So I guess
I
my idea of always going with random loadouts pays off at the end. Always adapting,
Well, I
doing
felt
what
bad
works
for
better.
Hero because the first turn I played, that was a deck I was familiar with, like inside and out.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Uh,
so we did notice. So Fern and I did. Of course, we did the commentary over it. So we did say a couple of times that there were some build that are familiar for some people, like Time Lord. I know you are a decking out player, so when I saw you playing a couple of times at one, I was like, okay, he's playing what he's like good at. He plays with his
And my
on this
zone.
ground.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
on your ground, on your high ground. So we were like, okay, he's tried to get the first one in to then put pressure on. Then after that, we saw a loadout early on of maybe not your game, but I think it was the game of either Time Lord or Sword and Hero, that it was like Notori Kasane and Datara, so the Bulletstorm setup. So we're like, okay, we know that setup, we know it's good. So I guess that person really wanted to like
Start off strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
start off strong
Yeah.
or like get back to it. But after that, on the second games, things start to get shaky a bit. Like it started to get weird, and at the end for the third match, it's like I was saying it on the commentary side, but it was an ally fight. It was
Oh
like
yeah.
you're fighting
Sword
with
and
what you
Heroes
have
match
on your
three.
yo
Oh my
that
god, it was so funny. It
that
was so funny.
that
Oh
was
I think
god.
something else.
that was the match where I just pulled the same loadout on him back to back.
Yeah.
Where he was like, "Hey, I'm just gonna deck you out," and then I was like, "Hey, I'm just gonna deck you out."
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's just how the game went. He
And,
introduced me to a strategy that he didn't ban on my side, so I just played it.
Yeah.
and funny enough, there were some strategy on your guys' games. I think it was either Time Lord Sword or again Hero Time Lord. That no, it was Sword Time Lord. Now I remember it was Sword Time Lord. Um, that at some point, Time Lord, you add the best case scenario against Sword, which was he had the Amada Kyoime.
Oh, that no,
Yeah.
that was Hero Time Lord. That was the
Okay,
game two of this
okay,
one.
okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
Hero Time Lord. So I was looking at game two. I was like, oh shit, we're gonna see again the Bulletstorm loadout. But no, both of you guys went Dodom. I was like, Fred and I were shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were literally shocked. We were like, okay, so Time Lord had the golden opportunity to like come back from game two or like seal the deal for game two.
Yeah, I messed up towards the end because I even said it in my mind, and Hero can attest to this. I was like, I know you have Heat Seeker, and for some
Mm-hmm.
reason I can't multiply, guys. I thought 6 times 2 is 10. I was like, oh, I guess it's 12.
Yeah.
So
No, that we because Fred and I were analyzing the game and we saw some cheeky plays from both of you guys. Were like, oh, you setting up for something big, or oh, you setting up for
Yeah.
Yeah.
and so we were saying everything.
Yeah.
And again, the game two for us was the most shocking because we were like, okay, Amara Kiyoime, okay, and you, Time Lord, you were like Notori Kasane. So both Fred and I were like, okay, now you pick Kiyoime or Datara and you for sure win with this,
Yeah.
right?
If you
Right?
pick Kiyohime, you just dig for fire absorbers and you lay those down and nothing can touch you anymore.
Right, right.
So we were just shocked, but again, it ended up with like a superb finish. And I hate to say this, but Hero, you end up on the third place podium.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't we all go?
So everyone won one match.
Everyone went 1-1, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
everyone won
Oh,
one
but
but
match.
is my overall performance the worst?
So
yes,
here's how we break it
unfortunately.
down. I've explained it on stream once, but I'll explain it again because it's a little bit weird. Um, so Sword was the only person to win a match 2-0, which means Sword has lost the least amount of games.
So he won. So his record is 3-2, and both of you guys are 3-3 for the record.
Yeah.
But again, now Friend's gonna explain
So
it.
Sword has theoretically won this first place. I need to actually go and do some research because I think that's how you decide it, but I can go and check some like tournament rules for ties. Um, but if Sword is first place, then that leaves you two for second and third. And the way you decide that, past that, because you have the same record, you're both 2-3
It's
in
actually
games.
3-3.
Is it 3-3? All right, you're both
Yeah.
3-3. Yeah, because you won one game off the other thing.
Yeah.
So you're both the same record essentially, and then you decided on the heads up match, which is the match you two played. And since Time Lord won that match, I think he goes first. But I think, oh wait, no, Time Lord is 2-3. So either Time Lord is third because of the matching, or Time Lord is second because of the heads up match. And I need to figure out which way that goes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
either
that-
way,
Great time. Yeah.
I had the same prize set out for second and third, so I'm still going to give you that.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, I'm just happy to play again.
Yeah, dude.
It's been a while, so just FYI, like I was streaming the entire time. So Ferd, I know you're streaming. Do you want to plug anything or plug your stream?
I mean, my stream's barren most of the time unless I'm actually trying to speedrun, so it's fine.
Okay. Well,
And
these are the gun by gun addicts. We used to play a lot back in the day. And finally our physical materials are coming in. So you'll probably
Yeah.
be seeing a lot more streams like this. There's like more insane people like Sin. Sword was one that you saw today, so it's crazy.
Beans, Sin,
Beans, yeah.
Beans.
Yeah, so
Yeah, unfortunately, Sin and Beans are both not available today, but whatever.
Yes, unfortunately, one was sick, so he was not feeling good, and the other one had people coming at his place. So
And
yeah,
we're all fine. Like that tournament showed up a week before. Like I think it was a week ago. I announced that I was going to do this, and so
I
it was a
think it
real
was
quick
exactly a
event,
week ago.
and it's scheduled for the Super Bowl. So I mean,
yeah.
But
what?
again, we are all of us are gamers,
Yeah.
geeks. So what the hell is a Super Bowl? Am I right?
Yeah, we're like, yeah,
Sh-
I don't care about that. I just want to get some gun and gun games.
Shoutouts
Like
to
Uh,
r/superb owl.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's been about 3 hours, I think, just a little
Yeah.
over that.
Just a little
Crazy.
bit over that.
Thank you all
Um,
for coming in, and Af for commentating and not even playing a single game.
Hey, my pleasure. I had a blast commenting like a esports commentator.
I had a lot of fun watching these games. I am so excited um, for trying to bring Depleting Arsenal into more events.
Yep.
Oh, dude, absolutely. I was just gonna say, like this, like I said before, this like rule set that we have is absolutely awesome. And like seeing like a sway from game 1 to game 2 where you're kind of like, oh, I'm gonna pick my slightly backup setup, to game 3 where it's just like all hands on deck and just whatever you've got left on the table gets played is really cool.
Yeah, I really liked it when I came up with it. I'm like, this is something that just gets better as the match progresses, and I feel like that's better for a competitive viewing perspective, and I feel like it's
Oh yeah.
better in a gaming competitive playing perspective in the fact that it forces adaptation and general mastery over specific mastery.
Oh, 100%. And
Yep.
also, it's definitely should be like like I know that you were talking earlier about like earning points based on the like the embedded best 2 out of 3,
Yeah.
but I feel like outside of like in a bracket setting, outside of finals, it should be a best of 1. So like,
Yeah.
the
So
embedded 2 out of 3 in just best of 1.
yeah, so that's if you take a broader step into it and look at the bracket, you play one match.
Right.
And so you play double elimination. So if you play one match and you lose, you go into losers bracket. And so then instead of augmenting a best of 3 into a best of 5 for grand finals, you actually just do a bracket reset, a full reset. So you play one match, and if the person from winners wins that match, they win the whole tournament. But if the person from losers lose that match, the person from winners gets knocked down to losers, and they play again.
And they play again. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a full bracket reset, and it makes so much sense in a double elimination setting. It's kind of like the old Smash setups. like the
Yeah,
melee
it's like a
setups.
standard
Yeah.
double elim tournament ruling. But like I said, like the playing an embedded 2 out of 3 match with all these bands and stuff is a fantastic way for people to like comprehend everything about this game. Like
Yeah,
for like from a
on the
general
fly, on
standpoint,
the fly.
yeah,
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
fly too. Like I have never before in my life been like, maybe I should try Maka this game or Maki or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Like I have never once said that, and I will now go into future tournaments and be like, yeah, I'll play Maka game one.
Like that's the thing. It's like it's adaptation. So guys, always take like when I say something crazy, just keep it in mind, okay? When I
Yeah, like
say
I'll see
when
you
I
pull
say
that out round two. Like
like when I say random setups, practice with random loadouts. Adaptation is key.
Yep, you may get locked into Suitsuki Tatara on game 3 and not know how to loop because he doesn't deal
yeah,
damage.
Yep. So it's all about
jeez.
adaptation, and again the whole depleting arsenal thing. I was talking to Fern again for the for the commentary. I was like, yes, I'm happy with that format. You know why? He's like, why? I don't see Natori all over again. I'm like, very happy.
Yeah, I did not see as much Notori as I expected.
I did.
I also had a boatload of fun playing every damn mirror match I've ever
I don't
like
know how you
possibly
guys
could have
manage to mirror
imagined.
match so often.
We mirror matched Kiriko, we mirror matched Amada, dude. Like I don't know what else to say.
But okay, so I think Fern and I are going to have a we're gonna have to make a video about like Gun and One 101. Like what I mean is that Gun and Gun 101 strategy, not theory crafting about loadouts and stuff. No, no, no. Gun and Gun, just like the two of us being teachers and like, okay, guys, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna put you into a situation. We're gonna ask you like what would be the best case scenario for that and how to prepare to the best for it.
Oh,
So,
so like puzzles
example,
with hands and stuff.
like maybe not hands and stuff, but that could be a good idea for like the Yu-Gi-Oh puzzles and all that
Hmm.
stuff. But I was more thinking about certain interaction or sneaky play you could do
Mm,
Oh,
to get out
what?
to gain advantage. What I mean by that is simple example that we talked about. Fern and I we talked about it many times, and we even mentioned it in this recording right now, which was if both you and your opponent have the same gunner, it's an automatic pick for Dorome.
right.
Why? Because this Dorome either give you like lets you draw one card or lets you charge one gauge, sorry, 1 voltage. I was thinking about body fight. Sorry about that. So charging 1 voltage or drawing one card. But here's the thing: if both players have the same stats and you play heat up, it's charge 2 voltage and draw one card.
Yeah. Heat up
So
becomes
it
infinitely better.
heat up becomes infinitely better, and in some matchup, it's a game changer. Another example: if a scenario that almost happened on the second match of U2, if your opponent picks Kiyohime and you are playing Notori, it's an automatic pick. You pick Kiyohime. No matter what, you have to pick Kiyohime on this one. Why? Just because of the whole synergy and how Notori works with two Kiyohime on the field, like on the match, completely bonkers. Like
Hmm.
it's like, oh, getting burned. Okay, so you have, let's say, two fire absorber. You're getting burned for one. You receive 3 damage. You deal one to your opponent. Oh wait, you dealt one to your opponent. You heal two. So your burn only did one. It is just as just stupid. It is just incredibly stupid as that. And that's what I want to do maybe with Fern of
Yeah.
just we go through all the little sneaky play you could do to get an advantage. Not cheating. I don't say cheating. I say just critical strategy, like thinking, and be like, cool, okay. So guys, if this happens, try to pick this. You're gonna have a way easier time to beat your opponent in that way. So it could be even. It could be even a mirror match of Ran, and for goddamn reason you're like, I'm gonna pick Dorome. Cool, you can have a let's go way faster now,
Yeah.
like way faster.
Yeah, you might want to consider instances like this too, where like you're faced with for example, Time Lord setup, Datara and Kiyohime. I put down 3 reaction cards and literally didn't realize until the end of the game that they were 1,000% useless.
Yeah, it only
Yep,
works against Hivana's reaction or Hivana's
yep.
skill
Right,
because none
which
of them
I
deal
also
damage.
didn't do because I'm dumb. So like, you could talk about instances like that if you
Yeah,
want to do something like that, right? Where
absolutely.
it's like, oh, your opponent's like got Datara and a gun that doesn't do damage on the field. Don't put down reactions. Like not necessarily like a puzzle, but like going into the interactions in between the cards rather than just the gunners and the guns could help you
Yeah,
as well.
that
Like it's
that's
another level of depth.
that
Yep,
can be a
that
10-minute video.
that's
Well,
Absolutely.
well, I'm gonna train some of my viewers to play because I got like reignited to play gun to gun. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
feel free.
Oh,
yeah, I'm
imagine
gonna.
remote duel. Hear me out.
no, no, we already gonna have remote duel when we're gonna have like our stuff coming up.
Yeah, the
So
virtual
when you
league.
say remote duel, like webcam dueling, or
Yeah, I
Webcam,
mean
yep.
like Yu-Gi-Oh community, like
oh
point
my
your
god,
webcam at your death.
That was
dude,
the original plan.
yeah,
That would
yeah.
be. I would high key do it. That would be
Well,
so much
I think
fun.
it was talked about, but like I was never
That
there for the resolution of that
Uh,
topic. But
no, no, that was
the
the
topic has
plan.
not been resolved. I asked about it like last week about if the online league series was going to happen, and they said we don't know.
yeah,
And then I
So,
said I'd be willing to run it if you guys don't have the hands to do it.
yeah, literally take it to the community. We should be the testing grounds. Like the more that we can do to prepare to hand Bradley something where it's like, here we tested this. It pretty much works. It's yours. Have fun. Like is what we should be doing as
Much
a
like
community.
Depleting Arsenal just today. It
Yeah,
works.
literally. This is
I,
a primo
yeah,
example.
I think it really works. It's a trial by fire, and it brought really interesting results.
Yeah.
Because it tests. I mean, because you can go in. So game one, you come in with a preloaded idea, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna run this. Like for sure, I'm gonna run this gun, right? So I'll have the access to that, and depending on like if the other player knows what they're doing, they're gonna get rid of this gun that has the most synergy with this gun.
Yep.
So let me plan for that gun. So I guess game one is your structured
Yep.
play. Game two is kind of like, all right, everything's back in the air.
What's your
Let me
pocket pick?
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And then game three, it's like, all right, just go ham, just
And
bam.
not only that, you can also fake out your opponent so bad. An example I had, okay, that came up a lot in the tournament. A lot of you guys picked Kiriko, and a lot of you guys also picked Niue with Kiriko. So like I don't know. I just think that you can fake out your opponent
Yeah.
so badly, thinking that you're gonna go strats of like rushing Niue, but like you pick like another gun completely and change your strategy.
Yeah,
Let's say that you play Kiyoime with
Yep.
maximum reload or
That's what
Yeah.
I was debating. I was debating playing something more like Super Burn,
but
like
Yeah.
in an attempt to load that gun.
also, but again with Notori, because Notori is just Notori. You know, she's the notorious Notori. Um, let's say that let's say your opponent picks Notori and they pick Kasane. Now you have to play 4D chess with them because they can either go Kasane Enra, they can either go Kasane Datara, or they can either go um,
There are so
Kasane
many things.
Kyoime. There is so many things that could go wrong with Notori, but the only thing is that if your opponent goes Notori first game,
Ban
tank it.
Enra.
Just
No, no,
tank
no,
the
no,
game. No, tank
no,
the
no, no.
game. Just lose it.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally, that's it. It's if your opponent picks Notori first game, just tank the game. You literally don't care. Tank the game. If Notori, if your opponent picks Notori second game, oh try hard. Oh try
Yeah.
hard.
Oh, try hard.
Oh try hard.
If you don't ban
Try
Notori
hard.
in the second round, I don't know what
Yeah,
to
that's
say.
yeah, it's pretty much it. It's pretty much it because after that the other gunner do stuff, but like it's quote unquote normal stuff. It's not like unmanageable weird synergy stuff. It's like um again, Notori has so many interaction or have so weird interaction with a lot of stuff that if it's literally this, it's option one. Uh, it's picked first, tank the game. Going second round, ban it. If you didn't ban, try hard. It's third, GG. Third
I'm
game, it's
I
GG.
was gonna ask Hero because you picked Ron first. You were the only person to do that.
gonna be real with you, Chief. I don't know.
Okay, because
But
Ath and I were talking, I think
yeah,
during Sword and Time Lord's match,
yeah.
about
So
picking
you
Ron first to get the bad characters out of the game.
Honestly, not a bad plot, but on the same token, like my mains are Kiriko and Amada. Like I have no experience outside of that, but like other than like Hibana on like the how to play the game.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, you played Ron first. You lost that game. But that means that
Sure
you
did.
have your mains for games 2
no,
and 3
That is
available.
also true.
and the thing is that when Fern and I said that, and we saw you picked Ron first, like first round against Time Lord, we're like, did he listen to us?
Absolutely, yeah. I can promise you, I wasn't. I was
No,
literally just
no,
like,
no.
I was like, what are Ron's
No, no,
abilities?
no.
I was like, oh, I get a free turn, sure.
Yeah.
Like we learned, like we noticed that you weren't listening to us when we arrived at game second, and
Yeah.
we were saying all the things like, oh yo, for counterpick you do this. You guys went like, what about I go like underneath,
Yeah.
like
What if we both picked the Dome? I'm
complete.
like, oh, okay. We were never talking about the Dome here.
We're like, oh, okay, they didn't hear us. Okay, cool, that's nice.
It's better if you guys weren't listening to us. So I'm glad that happened, but
No, I'm
also
literally gonna
just
We're
go back and rewatch it. I'm very
you
excited to
can.
see.
I'll post this on YouTube at some point once I download it from Twitch
yep,
or
but
something.
Real
yeah,
quick, the expansion for these new characters, has that hit Kickstarter yet, or?
The
it was in
expansion
the
is bundled
it,
into the game that you purchased.
Yeah.
Oh,
yep,
really? Oh, what
Yeah.
the
yep,
heck?
So
yeah.
everything in here, which it like plus the overheat stuff, is all coming.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Are they
the
gonna like release new playmats then for these new characters?
No, they only did
uh
one round of playmats.
Okay, okay.
I
But
think
they
I
might
did
do
pick
more
one.
playmats with Double Shout when that
or
comes out.
or or you could order it from Japan.
They have playmats from Japan
They do have
because Keep
playmats from
Dry
Japan.
has product. I'm thinking about
About buying the sleeve. I
no
know.
no
Notorious sleeve. Oh,
the
come on,
no the
Notorious
Notori
sleeves.
card.
Oh,
That
okay, yeah, the fancy one.
yeah, that card looks sick.
But dude, the Notorious sleeves.
The
The
Notori
sleeves.
sleeves, yeah,
The sleeves.
maybe
Well,
it's
if can you guys send me that website so I can, or like where they
Well, there we don't know
I haven't
well,
found a
I don't.
website with them.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know a website particularly. I just know that they have. Wait, I think I can actually give you a website for it because on their Twitter, which by the way they followed me back.
Nice.
uh,
Nice.
Hell,
know they have a company that shares their stuff.
ah,
So let me just look at my subscribers. So it is Keep Dry.
all right. I think now is a great time to end the stream though.
Yes, we
Yeah.
So
can end the
No.
stream
yeah,
though.
so
We did a debrief, so it's all good now.
thank you all for watching or joining or whatever. I know there was like 10 people at one time, so great. We're done here now, and that's wonderful. Expect to see more when the game comes out or gets here, actually.